Hello, everybody. Why would the camera ever work? There it is. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's not
Why don't you ever do your homework? We were here like before stream started. You could have checked this. I feel like this is something that you could have done. I don't believe you is the thing. Do I know how to run a stream? No idea.
But you also dropped the link at 7:03.
I was here an hour early. I have my makeup done and everything. So
I can never get over how bright orange my hair looks in this video.
Brooke and Amelia are vaguely liars. Brooke more so than Amelia, as Amelia was here at 7:03. Brooke was not. Brooke was here at 7:05. And
I was. Hold on. You dropped
shut the fuck up!
No!
Shut up! I'm in the middle!
I will not be taking this
I'm in the middle! Stop interrupting challenge! The difficulty impossible! I was saying I started the stream before you guys arrived!
Anyway, I was an hour early today.
Anyway, hi, my name is Offbeat Outlaw. You can find me on YouTube and TikTok under the exact same name using he, they pronouns. I am the Dungeon Master. Amelia, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Amelia Solemn. Most pronouns are fine. And in our defense, Offbeat, you didn't drop the link until 7:03, so we could not have joined earlier.
I know.
They didn't hear that, so it's fine. We
were both in chat. Like
That's
waiting.
So crazy. That's literally not the point I was making, though.
My name is Brooklyn. You can find me here. That's about it. I'm playing Viari, the god of last chances.
Oh, I'm playing A's, the god of time. Oh, and I don't have my character sheet up.
Those are useful. Now, chat. I'm gonna be 100% level with you right now. I am ridiculously tired. I did not sleep a wink last night. I got a 2-hour nap in before stream, so I am at my wits' literal thinnest string. God's strongest soldier is currently my mental stability, fighting to keep me awake. So, with that being said, brain very much not thinky time.
That's okay, we can think for you.
I would appreciate that.
Why?
Honestly.
What were you doing so late at night?
Being unable to sleep doesn't mean I was necessarily trying to stay awake. It was more like I'm lying in bed and going, I've been in here since about 3. It's currently 6. This ain't gonna happen tonight.
You guys were both having
so Offbeat, I was making a joke about the fact that you came in to hang out with me on Australian time. It's cool.
Brooke, like I don't have a brain today. I don't have a brain today.
I just want to.
People are missing your makeup corner.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, for real. Today I was just too excited about the story that I didn't want to be distracted by doing my makeup because I can't think and do my makeup at the same time. I can't do Viari stuff and also be like working on eyeliner. So I got up early to get it done on time because I'm so invested in what's happening right now. That is not even a lie. That's actually why.
Brooke's makeup corner will return next week when she is less interested in the plot.
That's not quite how it works. But
I am taking this in the worst.
I like to believe that Viari is just constantly doing their makeup.
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, they're doing different disguise stuff. Like they're practicing different stuff with the disguise kit.
I'm also realizing how saturated all of the colors on my screen are. This is wild. My hair is not this bright. And my lips are not this pink.
Good.
Yeah, you are like very vibrant right now. Your camera is working overtime.
The random bard is living my dream life, and I'm jealous.
Actual champagne glass of chocolate.
Brooke, I'm pretty sure you have everything you need in like the general sense to make that happen for yourself.
I don't know if I do. I don't know if we have champagne glasses.
Oh, Patsy. Patrick.
Hi guys.
Patrick.
Pat, quick question. If I say Zendaya is Michi, do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh my god, my brain still just glitched.
No, I mean, I know who Zendaya is. I don't know. No.
God damn it. Okay,
No,
continue.
because
At the
we
beginning,
just-
before the stream started, I would like to preface this by me. I started this with everybody by going,
Okay.
I am
yes.
super tired. I am exhausted. My brain is not working. Amelia then proceeds to say a series of incomprehensible sentences.
I have seen this video.
Yeah.
You know
I
Zendaya
have
is
seen the
Michi?
video.
Do you know the bingo bongo? Rabbit at Scabber. And I'm like,
My brain did the same thing. I also didn't get enough
Rabbit
sleep
at
last
Scabber.
night. But
I'm very well.
you know
aware.
what I did though, Offbeat? Instead of getting up and jumping into a chat with someone else, I did try that, but Amelia was busy, to be fair. But I just got, just went and slept on the couch because I was like, I'm pretty sure if I just move environments, I'll sleep better. It worked.
There you go.
I literally got dressed too. Is this the dumbest thing ever? I got dressed and went to go sleep on the couch because I was like, if this feels like a nap, I think I'll fall asleep easier.
That doesn't seem terribly dumb to me. I've done stupider things. Let me put it that way.
why is Brooke over here?
But also, Pat, do you know who Gabriel Gundacker is?
Yes, I do.
Okay, see, the thing that started as Offbeat was talking about how he needed to put music on the stream.
Redact.
And
Redact. Rabbit at Scabber.
But and I was like, oh, this is just like guy who likes music, which was a Gabriel Gundacker bit on Vine.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't know that. And I was like, do you know Zendaya is Michi? And they both looked at me like I was insane.
Gabriel Gundacker's so fucking funny.
Ah.
Is he on
And why does
TikTok?
it feel like our friends have started speaking Simlish?
Because they have.
Well, that was,
he is on
that was
They are
A-pop
speaking
Zip Redact
Simlish.
was what was it? Life Without Glasses or something like that, where everything's just fuzzy, and like people are trying to talk to him,
Mm-hmm.
but he just keeps
Can I just-
hearing it in like Simlish.
Can I just say, you know it's bad when Offbeat and I are on the same team.
Yeah.
As far
That's
as
because
names are concerned.
I think Offbeat is just a little too young. And then Brooke, you're a little too not chronically online.
That's true.
Amelia, aren't we like very close in age?
Yeah, but Vine only had a 3-year time span, so you had to be
That's
at
why
the
they said
peak
a
to be
little.
obsessively using the app.
Yes.
It's I just got all of the fucking compilations. Why is-
Yeah, no, I got those in real time.
2016, right?
Yeah, 2013 to 2016.
I
That was like late high school, early college for me.
I was like, okay, that was like, wait, 2016?
Yeah, 2013
it
to
died in
2016.
2016.
Oh, true.
I had
That was high
I
school.
graduated college 2014. So yeah, it was mid college and then into working life.
For me, it was start of high school, and then as high school ended, that was when Vine died as well. And then
Right.
everyone in my university was obsessed with Vine compilations, and that's all they would fucking speak in. So I learned Vines from their horrible delivery.
road work, I sure
hope
hope it does.
The problem is one of my favorite Vine series is Justin Walid going to Coachella, and I think of this song all the time where it's like, we're just two boys and we're going to Coachella. And you know, no one knows what I'm talking about except you,
I got
Pat.
you. I got you, fam. I got you.
Do you guys know? I recently learned that it was Anthony Padilla who did the two dudes chilling in a hot tub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
Mm-hmm.
5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Okay.
Classic. Anyway, Patrick, introduce
Hi,
yourself.
guys.
We've been doing this cold open for a bit.
Oh,
now.
fuck. Hi, everybody. I'm Patrick Keefe. I'm Backray Gentleman on the internet. I played Feda, the god of... I don't know anymore. We're in a weird in-between stage of, like, what... The god of, like, I can hear mushrooms, yeah.
God.
Wait, you're
God
also
of
a friend to the
mushrooms.
You know
mushroom?
what? We can
Yeah,
go
you
take a
missed
visit
some
to my
shit,
auntie.
Amelia.
I know, I've been
my
meaning to
auntie
watch it.
Zaktamoy, and we'll figure it out for you.
Yeah, exactly. Look, it's fine. They're friendly, I think.
These are all dispel dice. I backed 2 of their
hell yeah, dude.
Kickstarters.
I'm having the hardest time using my brain to parse how this conversation's flowing. I am like at that stage where I'm hyper aware of like I'm not tracking things, so I'm tracking what I'm not tracking, and it's not helping.
This is amazing. Okay, because you can just let us run wild, and I think you should. I think that I know that you're not going to be able to concentrate on this. Just let us go.
Want to see the notes for today, guys? It's
Release us. Very good.
playing.
Amazing.
Proud of
Okay.
The notes
Okay,
are
we need a hairdryer. We need some lemon juice. We're gonna find the city of gold.
El Dorado. El Dorado.
Hey, instead of streaming, can we just watch Night at the Museum? Oh my God, National Treasure.
Night at
I
the
get the names
Museum.
of
I
those
mean, hey, I'm down
movies.
with
and
I
mixed
did
up.
my makeup early. I cannot
I'm so proud of
last
you.
without this game. My brain will not let go of what is happening. I don't think.
Brooke is like suffering from the most severe anxiety from this story / hyperfixation.
This is true. That's very
I
true.
was betrayed by one of my best friends.
Me? Is it
will
me,
never
Jesus?
Get.
I think it's brain. I think this is a term I often describe as brain rot.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
I hate it.
It's okay. I was like this with Blue Lock when it came out.
Oh, fucking
Everything
God.
was just. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm a striker. I'm gonna be the best soccer player in the world. It was bad, everybody. But
I'm not gonna lie. When you said Blue Lock, my brain immediately went Who Lock, and then I was like, it's Super Who Lock.
You weren't on Tumblr. Don't steal that
don't
valor.
Don't you
steal that
don't
valor.
you quote the ancient what is it? Don't quote the
Don't
ancient magic at me. I was there when it was written.
To this day, I think the funniest thing that was it you Offbeat or was it Ben? One of our friends was like, "I refuse to believe that you weren't on Tumblr," and I'm like, "No,
was
I
both of
actually
us.
have."
It was
ne-
both of
yeah,
us in
I've
the same
never
Every
been
single
on
person
Tumblr.
who's ever met you, Brooke.
Yeah. The fact that Brooke
So
was
true,
not
though.
on Tumblr, that's like
No,
It's-
bitch.
it's-
I was on Wattpad. I was number 8 on the whole website.
yeah,
Bitch,
Brooke.
I didn't write fan fiction. I wrote original fiction.
That's
I
why
didn't-
I
it's
remember.
confusing.
I know.
That's like being. That's like.
Wait, I didn't know you were number 8 on the website. I want to see this. I want to read it.
No, I deleted the account ages ago. So
Coward.
it was the first
Coward.
story.
Burning
that I
the
ever
library
posted
of
on there.
Alexandria.
Do the
No,
Wayback
no,
Machine.
No, please don't. Please don't. It was the first story that I ever posted on there. And at the time it did well. Now the numbers get way higher. I think at the time it did like 650,000 reads. And that was good for that era because it was
Sure.
early days Wattpad when it was still good. But
Still
now
good.
I think lots of stories are in the millions, so it's not nearly as impressive. But I
The
was
Adventures
number 8 on the
of
whole
Your
website,
Name.
and I was number 1 in fantasy for ages.
The adventures of your name are not to be beshat upon. Go fuck yourself. How else am I supposed to roleplay as a hot, young 16-year-old girl who wants to have sex with everybody in fiction?
What?
I was really hoping
talking
that you were
about-
going to commit
we're
to a
talking about
specific
Wattpad.
character, person, or actor there.
I
This
wish
is what
so
Watt
too.
had,
I wish I
Watt
got
had.
there, Amelia. But I'm not here to make jokes. Every protagonist in Wattpad is a fucking 16-year-old girl. It's ridiculous.
It's wild.
It's insane.
It's like every single writer
Alright.
on Wattpad took a look at My Immortal and was like, "This is peak fiction, and I must emulate it."
Nah, you've just stepped. Nope. I need you guys.
I'm gonna mute Brooke.
Brooke,
No. Hey!
Brooke, I need you to go look at Wattpad. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna send
Hold
you
on.
something.
No. You don't know which ring you're stepping into right now. I'm gonna stop you right there because number 1, the 2 mask presenting people in chat have the audacity to step up right now and start ranting about 16-year-old girls being represented in fiction in an era of internet where 16-year-old girls are not only producing the content themselves to represent themselves in a genre of fiction, that being YA, that is usually 30 years ahead of everyone else, that explores so many themes and topics like LGBTQ issues. Yes, Amelia.
I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think they were disparaging that. I don't think
Yeah.
talking
They
shit
had
about it.
judgy tones. They
That's
had
not
judgy
the direction
tones.
I thought that you were gonna go with this. That is not the direction I thought you were gonna go with this.
Me
My
or
argument
Amelia?
was that all of the writing is terrible.
That's
I-
not true.
It's okay, Pat. The thing about fanfic is like panning for gold, right?
Bitch,
You're gonna
I
find
would-
some iron pyrite. You're gonna find some dirt. You gotta find one gold
Don't
nugget.
speak the ancient magic to me. I was there when it was written. You think I wasn't
I
on
wrote
fucking...
it.
Shut the fuck up, first of all. You don't think I was on
It's like
fanfic.net when... You're not even... Brooke, you're not even OG. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I know that you're very proud of it. I am very proud of you.
Mhm.
Fanfic.net goes live day one. I'm on that shit.
Do you remember the other day when I pointed out whenever I say a thing, an American has to jump in and chat and one up me? Do we remember? Do we remember?
Yeah, but this time I'm right.
I'm sorry. What were your numbers, Pat?
Oh no, I wasn't
has been
writing it.
0
I was
days.
reading
Oh,
it.
this
I was-
feels.
this
It has been
I'm
0
talking back
days
in the
since
day.
Brooklyn bragged about being number 8 on Wattpad. If only there was any
At
way.
14 years old.
If there was only there was any
My
way we could
14/15-year-old self was very proud of this.
If only there was
My-
any way we could verify this information.
I do love that it is a little bit like, yeah, I was number 8 on Wattpad, but I can't prove it because I deleted the account, so you can't check.
I don't care if you don't believe
My
me.
girlfriend's
I'm just
also
giving you
she
shit.
lives in a different country. She's very real. She goes to a different school.
Offbeat, you are the Canadian boyfriend. Shut your
Yeah.
fucking mouth.
I know, it's hilarious.
What are you talking about? You have no right to speak right now.
Actually, Pat, you were
I'm
there
sorry,
when I
I-
deleted my Wattpad account.
Wait, you did it in recent
Holy
history?
shit, yeah,
Oh,
I was.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Why
that's
would you
right.
do that?
Because I didn't want anyone looking it
Oh,
up.
That's right.
It was like early days when it was about a year or two ago when I met a
That's
bunch of people. I was in
right.
chat and I was meeting people for the first
I
time and
take
everyone was
back
talking about
everything I
Wattpad and I
said.
was like, I need to make sure no one ever finds this. And
take back
so
everything
I
I
went
said.
and deleted it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was the day I deleted my DeviantArt account. It was the mutually assured destruction.
Yeah, so I
Wow,
literally
I'm so
said to people in
disappointed in
chat
both of
because
you.
they were talking to me, and I'm
Both
like,
of
I'm
you
so
were-
sorry, I need to concentrate on something. I must do this thing or whatever. And they were getting kind of sus, and I'm like, I promise this isn't like bad for anyone else. Da 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 da. And then I did it, got to the end, and I was like, okay, I just deleted my old Wattpad account. And everyone was like, what? Why can't we read it? Everything on it was private by that point, anyway. Though.
Oh yeah.
The proud history of Wattpad fanfic is
It wasn't fanfic. I wrote original fiction. That's what pisses me off most, right? There's nothing wrong with fan fiction.
Oh, that's
No.
what
You're just
that's
wrong.
what-
You're
No.
just incorrect.
There's nothing wrong with fan fiction. Fan fiction is a valid expression of creativity. What I'm saying is that most fan fiction on Wattpad now, like it has gone from like you have like AO3 is sort of like top tier, right? And then you have fanfiction.net, we would call it mid tier. Wattpad now is like the very
Oh, that's so
dregs
true.
of the bottom of the
Yeah,
barrel of any sort of
wasn't-
quality.
Wattpad like a
Back in the
decade
day.
ago.
Yeah, Wattpad when I was 14 was good.
And
they
that's what I'm
did-
arguing is that you don't have like an updated view of what it is
no,
now,
no,
and I think
I
that's
agree.
where the,
Wattpad
yeah.
currently is bad. Even the whole like site layout and stuff is fucking weird now. Like it's bad.
And I have read an inordinate amount of Danny Phantom fanfic that involves.
Danny
Wait,
asked me to write fanfic for him, and I told him no.
it would have been hilarious.
Was he gonna
but-
pay you? Because if he was, I
He
would have
was-
done it.
He was gonna pay me, but you could not pay me enough. I charged too much. I'm overqualified.
I think you should have taken up the offer. 'Cause I think it
I'm
would've been
not
fun.
doing that.
But at the very least, I've read too much of it, and there are far too many people who fantasize about that boy who are very, very childish. So stop that. Second of all, that's not the point of this. Welcome to D&D, everybody. That's the game we play.
Hi guys.
reminder, if you are joining us for the first time on this stream, I don't know if you are, but if you are, this stream uses a combination of hybrid rules that are in development for Brooke and my new TTRPG, codename Stacks, as it is going. Probably gonna get a new name at some point. We should probably honestly start considering that.
Yeah, because now all people know it as is Stacks.
Yeah,
and
no.
it's
Well, we're still like 25%.
I didn't realize people were writing fanfic about Danny.
Oh, they've
Did
written
it?
so much.
Danny and I did a whole like
30,000
stream
words.
of reading.
that was the day.
Yeah.
That was the day. The day you and Danny
30,000.
did that stream
That
was the
stream.
day that Offbeat and I met properly. So we'd met once before, but we had our first proper long form conversation, and Offbeat sat there
Wow.
deconstructing my star chart at me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just like, you know, I'm hanging out. Like I told Pat I would be in chat or whatever, and you're like, no. We need to just deconstruct these 5 placements in Capricorn, and I
Yeah,
was like,
how are you alive? Question 1. Second of all, is the unbearable stress of anything currently affecting you?
Always.
Yes, cool.
Certainly.
I'm not
There's
stressed.
a miraculous ladybug crossover.
What?
Danny fanfic,
Danny
what?
Phantom?
Oh, guys, look, I think you guys don't, maybe my fans, I don't think my fans appreciate this. Danny, you guys know him as that little rapscallion that plays Godfried. Danny's fans know him as a hot boy. And
Oh yeah, Danny got like famous from that voice that he does.
yeah, from the British gentleman voice thing that he did. And
He hasn't done
POV
it in a
TikTok,
while.
that's how he got big. That's where he started. So a lot of his fans only know him as the hot boy. Now, Danny's a little
funny.
rapscallion. In my opinion, he's my rotten soldier, my sweet cheese, right? But
A good
Yeah,
time,
but good time
boy.
boy.
but good time boy. But there is so much fanfic of Danny, and a lot of it is like
This is
they
too
turn him
much.
into the most insane person in the world. They make him
I
so
have
crazy.
my favorite clip in the world that I have of Danny and Amelia is from a D&D game that we played where Danny was playing a changeling and he changes into the person who Amelia's character had been flirting with and then starts flirting with Amelia's character in the British gentleman voice, and Amelia just sits there going, I don't know what to do with this.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's like a minute long. Just Danny and Amelia, early days of their friendship, just being like, what the fuck do I do with this person?
Does this work for people? Is this something I don't understand?
Is this good for you? It's not for me.
It's not good for me.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so good. But yeah, Danny's evolved now as a content creator. He makes funny stuff now while being attractive. Ain't that the dream, folks? Back to this D&D game we're supposed to... Look, guys, I told you I was tired.
We're all tired.
I am driving
Let's-
this...
let's-
I'm driving this boat into a fucking cliff. So, when we last left off, the party had reconvened with Feda. Feda, who had been revealed to have been killed in their first week in the Feywild. The first day, he was lured away from the main camp, and Eleanor ambushed him, leaving him there to die while death couldn't pick him up. As soon as they killed the last aberration, Feda was finally picked up by death and brought back to life, and finally was revived. However, not before Feda had agreed to, while he was decomposing, the mycelium mushrooms. The mycelium of the mushrooms had invaded his brain. And more or less, we're talking to him. They weren't expecting him to be there, but they were like, oh shit, there's a thing here. Hey, what's up? And Feda made an agreement with them to, after several days of agony, to begin the process of becoming one with the mycelium. The next day, death arrived, freeing him from that, bringing him back to a single individual and not a collective, but that mindset may never fully leave. Viari and Godfried vied for their freedom, and made a case for themselves to not be jailed or imprisoned or too unfairly punished, and they got off relatively scot-free, all things considered. after the stream, I went and looked up like typical like punishments for people who were involved in conspiracies, even in like marginal amounts. Usually, it's the people like Viari who get punished the hardest, which is ridiculous. But that happens
But
in an
Alistair's
unjust
my
system.
dad.
But your dad owns the
I'm a
court.
nepo baby.
I don't
You
think
are
my
a nepo
father,
baby.
the inventor of the Order Pantheon, would be pleased to hear about this.
Yeah.
Viari
Have
is
you
the
met my
biggest
dad?
Nepo baby. Viari is the biggest nepo baby in this campaign.
Yes, Viari's the biggest nepo baby, but also has like kind of suffered for it. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's
as
also-
nepo babies often do.
Yeah.
Has not necessarily always. been.
Viari's perspective is so warped by the nepo babiness that it
Yeah, I know.
completely changes how she perceives things. Does it make them a bad person? No, but they are a nepo baby, and they don't often know how to deal with that. A's, when we last saw them, was screaming in their domain at Z's, who had just banished themselves from time and space with a timer for 5 years. A lot happened. The God Hunters killed Gary. Gary killed Truth. Gary revealed himself to be the first God Hunter. A lot has
Can we
changed.
assume that Ace knows that information by now? Because we've had our trial. Like a week has passed.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that that information has
Yeah.
passed. I'm going to
Ace has
actually.
mostly just been working in their domain, trying to fix everything all at once, like a
And-
normal person.
And that
Can
is
I also-
exactly where we're gonna pick up, actually. So in A's in your domain, you have spent the last couple of moments, we're going to figure out what you've been doing for this week. Viari and Godfrey are currently awaiting trial. Feda is in the infirmary, effectively. What are you doing?
Let's see. I think with the information that I have about the end of the book, I am, and I know that Luck is the one who put out the hit. I am trying to I'm probably just trying to research or find any information that would help me understand why or how Luck could benefit. I think probably the Fae Physics book, just because that's like one of the more restricted books I have access to. A's has probably read it cover to cover several times. I'd like slow down time in my domain or speed up time, whichever way, to do that. And then trying to find anything short of going to the Divine Contract that could help me learn anything about God Hunters, about the neutral Pantheon, and then also try and see if I can find anything about what the fuck Z's has been up to while Z's has been working for Chaos.
All right. So you're doing a big old research venture.
Big ol' research.
What is your investigation modifier?
Investigation is only a +5 in this form. Oh yeah, also when do we get to change our forms next?
I'm gonna allow you guys to change forms, but I frankly I'll allow you guys to change forms after this session if you want.
Okay,
because
cool.
been a while. And Feda's form has been deleted, and yeah, it's been a while. A's, please make a investigation check for me, please.
That'd be 2d6.
2d6, yes.
Ugh, that's so bad. Can I like do anything? Hold on, let's see.
If you have, do you have a Mizium apparatus or skill? Oh, do you have a
Yeah,
Mizium?
I got a Mizium.
Do you have proficiency in that skill?
Yeah.
Okay. Use the Mizium apparatus to cast the two following spells: Borrowed Knowledge and Skill Empowerment. Borrowed Knowledge gives you proficiency, Skill Empowerment gives you expertise.
Ooh. Okay. That would add a 12, which would add...
That'd be 6d6s total.
Yeah, so, that is a 24.
Alright. You think you look through all these books for the next following week. You cross-reference things, and you come to the following conclusions about a couple of those problems you're querying. Number one, you have very minimal knowledge about what the hell Z's was doing with complications. You'd need to go to his domain directly in order to figure out his plans. He has not published it anywhere. It's not available for research, for finding to the Order Pantheon in any way. As for stuff on Fey physics, any Feyan knowledge, nothing really of import arrives into what you can think about. There's nothing really that you find that is useful from that book, at least pertaining to what you've asked me about. As for the God Hunters, you find a book that is very old. After doing mountains of research, this is about 3 days in, after following citation and citation and citation and citation, you finally arrive at this very old book that is from Alistair's private library that he lends out, but it's just like the one that he keeps for himself. Called The Myth of the Hunter.
Okay.
Please make a flat intelligence check for me.
Uh, 20.
As you read this book, you come to a few conclusions. One, this book is fiction. However, it was written roughly the same time that supposedly Gary became the first God Hunter 500 years ago. It speaks of a hero. It speaks in a lot of like myths and allegories and metaphors. Lots of like, you know, like that story of like, oh, the scorpion will sit on the back of the frog and sting them. And
Yeah, big
lots of
Aesop
that,
vibes.
Lots of that in this book. But from your intelligence check, you managed to piece together a few things. It's telling a story, a connected story, of a hunter who invades the den of somebody, of its prey, becomes part of its prey. It's above like of a wolf joining a flock, a literal wolf in sheep's clothing, that stays and waits and plans so that, not so that just it can eat. It doesn't plan and wait so that it creates a situation where it gets to eat one of the sheep. It plans and waits. It digs holes in the pen so that other wolves can sneak in the night. It chops down parts. It gnaws at the fence so that other creatures could headbutt it and let some of the others run wild and free. It talks of a wolf that rather than trying to eat, is trying to eradicate the sheep, and got to the point where it was nearly too old to even eat the sheep it was hunting. And then the story ends with the wolf being too old. This book is cited as a sort of, as you follow the citations, as a sort of theological groundwork for the God Hunters in a lot of their documentation. Most people thought it was about just like, they didn't realize how big scale it was.
They didn't know how metaphors worked. It's not their fault.
It's not their fault. These were tricky metaphors written in old-timey English.
Huh? Okay, so after reading that question, is Luck around?
Yeah. You wanna go to her?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You go to Luck's domain. Luck is sitting there in her casino, chilling as always. Hello, Ace.
What the fuck?
Oh? What's this about? Is it about Z's?
Yeah.
What do you want to know?
I'm also gonna be polite and like half-ass playing a slot machine because I'm in the casino. I might as well.
This is the first time anyone's ever played the slot machine. How much money are you gonna bet?
It's the first time I've been in the casino. I'll probably just do like, I don't know. I'm gonna find like one of the little penny slots and just put a platinum in and just keep playing with it.
Can I establish that Feda did play the slot machines quite a bit and has been banned because he kept winning?
Oh right, that's true. You were banned by luck. My
I think
apologies.
that was.
Yeah.
Oh, even if that wasn't something we discussed before, I just want to establish that now.
You can look. I'm very susceptible to suggestion right now. If you say something happened, it probably did in my head. But you, not you, Brooke. I know exactly what bullshit.
Okay. Wait. Oh, question.
Yeah.
Have you seen Oceans?
Yes.
11. I think it's Ocean's 11. It's one of the Oceans franchise. Maybe it's Ocean's 13. I get them all mixed up.
They're the same movie,
but
so I understand.
the one where you know how the one guy games the slot machine by like putting a specific number of coins in and like playing it to like make it jackpot.
Yeah.
Can I try doing that?
Sure. Make an crazy high make an int check. Good luck.
Great. Nah, it doesn't work.
You try to game it, and it's just like the machine is just like it's just not working. You're just losing money.
That's fine.
You were hemorrhaging coins. Anyway, so you want to know what do you want to know about Z's?
I want to know why people are trying to kill them.
I put a hit out on him from the God Hunters.
Yes, I would like to know why you put the hit out on him.
That's a different question. Okay. I think Z's represents, in my mind, a lot of issues that, frankly, the mortal gods have to deal with. The less complications we have to face, the less problems we have. Z's is the source of most problems. If I could somehow get rid of that, if I could remove that, if I could eradicate that, I saw that as a win.
Why was she so bitchy to Viari?
It's not your own business, that's why.
Vindication! Sorry, anyway.
Ace doesn't know that Luck was bitchy to VR, so I can't ask that. Okay, so why not just strip Z's of divinity instead?
What's happened currently? Has
They're
he been
kind of
stripped
in-
of divinity?
I think so. Has he? Do I know?
Yes.
Yes.
There you go. My plan worked.
Right, but I would like the part where people are trying to murder them to not happen.
I think that'll probably be done in a few days, if I'm being entirely honest. Because the God Hunters are after Z's, right? The God?
Right.
If he's not a god anymore, there's no more hunt. You can't hunt a mortal as a God Hunter.
Fair enough.
So,
Okay. So I guess I'm just a little confused about, I mean, wouldn't Luck really thrive with a lot of complications? Why did you take the initiative here and now?
if I'm being entirely honest, Z's, I've never been a big fan of.
Most people aren't.
He annoys me. I find most of what they desire to be trifling, irritating, and frankly, damaging to those around them. Looking at where things are going, if I let Z's stay alive, or stay in their current position, Alistair's initial plan of letting Z's run the Chaos Pantheon into the ground with his own convoluted plans and self-interested behavior was starting to wear out its course. Either I get Z's out of the picture now, or Z's actually has to start producing something of merit. And Z's can. Z's is a smart lad. if he needs to produce something of merit, he can. And I think I felt he was getting close. Or at least so did the slot machines.
So if he was getting close, why cut that off?
He was getting close to making a play that would have damaged us. That would have hurt us.
What play?
Also, party, I appreciate you guys using the messages in here, but they do show up on my screen, and I don't know how to get rid of them, and my brain too small to get rid of them.
I'm sorry. I thought
Okay,
I was
we'll put-
typing it. I thought I was
I'm
typing
letting
in
you
the
guys know,
screen
so you don't put
chat.
anything private in there. Use Discord if you want to send messages.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. I was completely. I felt that we were running out of options. If I let him run his course, there was going to be a point where he'd have to produce a plan of actual merit. Last time he produced a plan of actual merit, we lost agreement.
Wait, Z's produced that plan?
Oh yeah. In help with Beatrice, of course, but he was an architect of it.
I need people to stop withholding information from me. Great. Great.
Anything else you'd like?
So you're trying to start a neutral Pantheon?
The mutual Pantheon's already started.
You're trying to consolidate, formulate a more formal one?
I have no interest in the neutral Pantheon.
What do you have interest in?
I have interest in when all of this is said and done. When the Chaos Pantheon, when the Order Pantheon win, there is something to change the outcome for once. It is an inevitability that at some point between Order and Chaos, one of them's going to win. Frankly, we are lucky that Chaos hasn't won. Order keeps winning. Order keeps resetting things, getting them back to zero, wiping the slate. I want it to be something different for once. Something
Like what?
entertaining. Anything. I have no interest in it being anything of my desire. My desire is entertainment. If it's different, it'll be entertaining, and that's enough.
Okay. And so, aside from getting complications out of the picture to streamline your process, what's the next move?
Well, it's hard to tell. We got a lot of new variables on the plate. I'm excited to crunch them all. The God Hunters are going fully neutral, which is a scary prospect if you are a god, which we all are. I don't know how long it will be until they start trying to take out contracts on bigger gods like myself, like Alistair. If they try to execute on them, will they be successful with newfound ambition or power? Probably not, but there's a lot of new variables on the plate. I need to figure them all out before I can make my next plan. Z's out of the picture makes it easier.
Okay, so Z stays in the sphere. Nothing changes. Everything's good. Z's let out of the sphere. What does that mean to you?
He's still a bastard, but he's no longer the god of complications. They no longer will be affecting things on the same level. Sure, they can lay their plans, but their plans have already been incorporated in a divine contract. Gods can almost act with agency and will on the very existence around them. Because Z's will no longer be a god, Z's will no longer be able to affect my plans in the same way that he has been. He's a variable that no longer needs to be crunched. He's already been taken account for, effectively.
Okay. All right. Did.
However, for your sake, I don't think Beatrice or any of the Chaos Gods are going to be particularly happy losing their head planner.
Yeah, I sort of saw that one coming.
Find a way to protect that lad if you care about them. Because your little trick that you're pulling in your domain is cute, but
It's a band-aid. I know.
it's a band-aid.
going to be honest. I like your plan.
Thank you. Your friends weren't as happy with it. Got a whole earful from Godfrey.
Yeah, probably. Keep me.
Gaslighting right now.
What do you mean gaslighting?
She didn't even talk to Viari.
No.
She did get
And
an
he's
earful
talking
from Godfrey.
specifically about Godfrey.
He's talking about the friends.
Well, you said friends. Your friends. You said your friends. Okay.
Okay.
Viari,
This
try
is
not to
my
be the center
scene.
of
Let me have
attention.
my scene.
Try not to be
We
the
all
center of
argue
attention,
later.
Jesus.
Let me know if you need assistance. I'm very clearly, I say gesturing at the slot machine, not quite able to game this one, but I know better than to bet against luck.
Well, if you do want to help, I will say this. Even though I'm not usually privy to... most gods are not knowledgeable of their past, of the recreations of themselves over and over again. I have inklings. Alistair, I'm sure, is aware of every single time he's reset the universe. Every time he's won. If you want to help me, I would appreciate if somehow you could get those documents, letting me know how many times he's won, and if there's any documentation on me doing this before. Because the fact he's not concerned about me makes me believe that I have failed every single time, and I cannot think of a way to change it.
Have like we been here before?
Unsure. I know that I've done this before. I don't know what I did, but I know I've attempted something similar. I don't know how many times Alistair has won. He's not doing this because he's evil. He's doing this because it's what he knows. But if all he knows is to order things into little neat packets, she looks down at her book that's like partially filled. I don't know if I'll be enough in the first place.
Well, on the bright side, apparently if we're not, we get to try again.
And again, and again, and again. And I can get chewed out by Godfried again and again and again.
Yeah.
And Viari
Always a
can
fun
ask
time.
so many questions. I don't have a problem with her questions, I just... She asks a lot of them.
She likes to know things.
She does.
I lost one.
One too many!
Alright. Great. Okay, well, this seemed productive.
Yes, it did.
Hey, if you decide to put out a hit on anyone I know or love next time, maybe just give me a heads up.
I don't think I'll ever be able to put out a hit again if it makes you comfortable. Gods are no longer allowed to work with the God Hunters after all.
Yeah, well, people break rules.
Gary doesn't. He's followed every rule perfectly, to the T, doing exactly what he's been allowed to do.
Everybody slips up sometime.
Well, he's got a good track record.
All right. Well, I'm gonna throw another platinum in the slot machine.
Roll a D100. Roll another D100 as well.
Okay.
What? Multiply them together.
Okay.
What number did you get?
2,774.
Oof, incorrect. You don't get the win.
Amazing. What was the number I was supposed to go for?
567.
That was so low. Yeah, I head out and I'm gonna go look for my friends.
You are aware of where your friends are. Both Feda is in the life domain currently, recuperating from being killed. Viari and Godfried are currently both being held in jail, awaiting trial.
What?
Yes.
Ace would have known that.
We're a week back. You would know that. It would be pretty common knowledge around the
Yeah, I was
Pantheon.
like Ace would. I don't. Okay, I'm gonna start with Feda because I haven't seen Feda in so long.
You go to Feda, go to the life domain. You see a very... Now, you've never been in the life domain. First thing you see a like a very tall, large fawn with curly horns, curly hair, and she's very tall, very lanky. She looks down at you and goes, "Oh, Ace, God of Time. It's a pleasure.
Hello.
Are you here to see Feda?"
I would love to.
Okay. Just a question. You're not going to break my domain?
No, what do you mean?
Oh, we had an incident with one of your friends, Viari. Apparently she does this thing called lying on the contract, and she tore my domain into shreds.
Oh, I have no intentions of tearing your domain to shreds.
Okay, that's good. Please don't.
Okay, no.
She with a quick wave of her hands, the domain pulls back and like rolls down, and you're now in this massive expanse. She grows to several, like, thousands of feet tall, the size of a mountain, and by raising her arm in a direction, you blink and you are there in front. Feda is wearing a doublet, I can only assume, chopping wood, in a very
much dressed the way that I am now.
Look, I'm just picturing your photo shoot on Instagram where you were chopping wood. That's all I'm imagining.
Very fair.
This is so very Seven
Very
Brides for
fair.
Seven Brothers of you.
Very good. Very good.
Feda, at this time, you're still very weak. You're not like you were when you saw Viari and Godfried a few days later.
Yeah.
You
At one point, Feda just gives up on a particularly tough piece of wood and sits down and takes out a pipe and just is like, "Fuck."
There are spirits
Yes.
that are attending to your
Shit.
every need.
I know.
They float
Please.
around and are like they
Just
give you foot rests. They fill up your pipe with some like tobacco substance. They light it for you. They
just-
hold it in your mouth. They're doing everything for you.
I can hold my own. Look, guys, this is very nice, and I do appreciate it. But you're making me feel A, like an invalid, B, very guilty, because I feel like I'm taking advantage. And I know that that's on me and not on you, but like, help me out here. Feel like the mental recuperation is equally as important. Hi, Ace! Holy shit! How
Hi.
you doing?
Good. I was just sort of waiting for you to finish your
Yeah,
chastising of the physical therapist.
Give me that. Thank you. Well, I don't know. I feel weird feeling useless.
Grab that one.
They produce another.
Okay. I'm just gonna put this in my pocket. This is mine now. I'm adding it to my inventory.
How are you? I died, by the way.
I heard that's sort of why I came in to check on you.
I'm
What
fine.
happened?
What do you think happened?
Well, I know the gist of what happened. I mean, if it's not too much, I wanted to know slightly more specific.
Eleanor, as you probably know, cornered me. And I didn't stop her. I just sort of let it happen. And then I rotted away for about a week because death wasn't able to interfere in the Fey realm until you all changed that. I was awake for all of it. And then death came for me. Not a pleasant experience. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, I was going to try and avoid that myself.
I do get to tell Godfried that I was a skeleton for a little while, though, so I'm excited about that.
I think that'll really cheer him up.
I wasn't able to move, so I have a feeling he's not going to be thrilled about that, but...
Well, I think he'll be more upset about the you being dead part, if I'm being honest, so it'll
You
be a
would
sort of
think,
soft blow.
but also it's Godfried, and I feel like that might be a thing he would glance over and
Yeah,
just be like, oh, cool, you too, huh? You know?
yeah, so... You know what's been happening up here? Has anyone filled you in?
Frankly, no. Some bits here and there. I'm vaguely aware of things that have happened. I know that Truth is dead. I know that Gary had something to do with it. I know that he wrapped Viari and Godfried into whatever that plot was. I'm still a little vague on those details, but that's about it. Is there anything I'm missing?
Oh, God Hunter's put a hit out on Z's, but that's its own thing. Well, kind of semi-related, but not entirely. No.
I'm not saying anything, first of all. I am actively biting my tongue.
I appreciate it, Feda. Thank you for that.
And the result of that was...
Unfinished yet. I'm
Yeah,
sort of breaking
okay.
some rules. He's kind of frozen in my domain, not in my domain. I'm trying to figure out a long-term solution to keep people from murdering him, which is kind of my whole life, really.
That's fair. Holy shit, yeah, that's... Wow, I'm sorry.
You-
Holy shit.
Don't need to be at all.
More empathetically than actually like apologize.
Well,
but
yeah.
You know.
I mean, this is kind of entirely both of our faults, so.
Yeah.
I did have a question for you, if it's not too... What
Sure.
did Eleanor used to kill you?
Believe the blade that I gave her?
And it was like
The
a blade.
the bone sword thing. The knife that I made out of...
I remember that, but it was
evolved
a sword, right? She wields it like a sword.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she can't let it go, and that was sort of the crux of the whole...
Yeah, no, I remember that part. I'm just...
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to...
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Look, it's been weirdly a very short amount of time, but a long time. If that, you get it.
Yeah.
You of all people get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of my whole thing. Oh, and I guess since you've been gone, I also have space now, so space and time.
Fucking.
No, I'm not the god of space yet, but I have
But
the
it falls
face
under
spirit.
your
Kind
purview,
of
sort
working on it. Yeah, I have the face spirit of space, and I'm trying to get moments. Oh, I need to find something for moments to change into. I need to talk with Alistair about that, I think.
You have a face spirit now as well.
Yeah, I ate Z's finger.
I'm not even going to pretend to understand. I'm just going to accept what you're telling me as fact, and I'm not going to try and parse out how or why.
I wish more people would have this attitude all the time. The world is magical and fantastic.
Look, all I'm saying is that experiencing every single stage of death and then a little bit of what kind of comes afterwards, it gives you a different perspective on things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel more relaxed is the wrong word, but maybe it's I feel less. I think and I don't mean that to sound as alarming as it comes across, but I think I feel less.
I'm gonna sort of put a pin in that one.
It's not a
Try and see
bad
that
thing,
means.
though. It's not like oh, I can't
You
ever
had a
feel
lot of
true
feelings
joy
all of the
again.
time, so
Right.
I mean, feeling less probably just puts you closer to a normal person amount.
Oh, wow.
Am I wrong?
We're not going to address your usage of the word normal right now. And just kind of motions to everything.
Am I wrong?
A spirit hands you a lighter.
Anyways, how are you? I mean, I know the answer is probably like shit, but the question is, how are you feeling, and do you want to go for a walk?
I would love a walk, actually. And other than weak at the moment, still, physical therapy is a bitch. I'm feeling okay.
A spirit flies over, hearing you say walk, and looks to A's and hands you a form. And it says, Feda is currently only allowed to walk for 15 to 20 minutes at a maximum. Please have him returned and seating by this time where he must rest.
Does it say he has to, I cross out the word returned, and then, I'll sign the form.
The spirit looks at this. It scratches out it erases your scratching out and hands it back to you.
They're
Look,
very persistent.
is there, who do I have to talk to make this happen? It'll be fine. Time heals all wounds, right? So,
Hey, Ace,
yeah.
focus on that first word again.
The spirit looks at its wrist and just like and then life partially apparates, just her giant head, and goes, "Hi, what's happening? I hear you had a question about our healing policy."
Yes, I was hoping that I could take Feda out on a walk. If I can have some sort of mobility device that allows him to rest, could they perhaps stay out a little bit longer?
Please, life, please, just.
I think it would be really good for their emotional healing and wholeness.
Okay. It's important that he does get brought back to this cabin area,
Absolutely.
because the cabin area is where the healing comes from. This is a space that, Feda built from their own mind to heal themselves.
It's really nice inside.
The spirits unfortunately have to dote on his every move because he does not know quite how injured he is. about 90 to 100% of his muscle mass has been replaced by mushroom growths. And when the body was destroyed and, well, turned into a soup through the process of death's rebirth, a lot stayed inside of Feda. A lot stuck
Wait.
around.
I'm gonna like put my hand on Feda's shoulder and I'm gonna try and talk to the mushrooms like I did that one time.
As you do this, Feda, you hear this like buzzing in your brain of like that feeling of like connectivity and oneness just instantly awakens in your system.
Guys,
And you are speaking to Amelia now as the mushrooms are now talking through you to Ace. Hello?
Oh my god.
Connection runs deep. Foggy, fuzzy, not material.
Is this hurting Feda?
Feda, you just feel like it feels, you know, like
is it like when you turn the TV to channel 2 and it's just like static, but
it's
like
like
voices
static, but it
in
doesn't
there a
feel,
little bit?
It's not an uncomfortable static. It's kind of
Right.
I'm like
There's a
am
lot
I
going
high?
on right
Like
now.
what is this tingly in my brain? Like it feels very like synapses firing. Things are it's like something alien is using your brain to communicate with it as like whoa, what are you doing? The connection is foggy, the speech is very stilted, but it does get through. It's very fuzzy though.
No, I'm fine. It's just there's a lot.
Do you want me to
Going on.
stop?
I mean, you can maybe like only a little bit more is fine. It's not painful. It's just weird. I feel I don't know. I don't know how to describe this. It's very ethereal and fuzzy.
Can you just talk to them easily?
I hear them a lot of the time. I haven't really had the chance to have a dialogue.
Okay.
It's not encouraged.
By whom?
Just eyes dart over to Life's giant floating head and then looks back to you and just
The
Interesting.
connection currently is, from what we've checked, not entirely natural. It's a Fey creation that is currently magically connected to Feda's physical form. It's a very strange, unprecedented connection to a system of networks. I am still looking into it and what this means for Feda's livelihood and life. From what we can tell, it's mostly harmless, but we still have to recuperate a lot of the systems as the mushrooms rewired a lot. They
For the
seem to
record,
like
they
doing
are-
that.
they are very nice. Or at least they have been. It's just have you ever had a friend that you can only take in like very small doses?
Drugs.
No. I'm
Oh
talking about like social life. What the fuck?
no, I'm fully on board. That
Social interaction.
Yeah, no, I get both
Like
of
a
them.
friend,
Both halves.
like
Yeah, like a
another
friend.
person. Right.
Yeah, it's like me with Alex.
Yeah, I imagine that.
I mean, even worse now, but you know, we just never really like clicked.
Clicked.
That's one way to put it.
Anyways, I'll bring back Feda in one piece so they can go back to their cozy little mind cabin. This is so cute.
It's
I appreciate
lovely.
that.
You can use this. This is going to. We can give him a nice wheelchair so that you can wheel him around if he gets too tired to
Can
walk.
I walk for a little? Okay, all right. thank you.
But Feda, I know you want to be the hero. I know you want to be better. You won't be better if you don't take care of yourself now. So, And my job is to make sure that you, whether you want to or not, take care of yourself. Please heal. It's important.
Okay.
Thank you. And she takes one of her spirits, and she, almost like playing with like Play-Doh, like mashes the spirit up into like a ball, and then tweens out this little wheelchair that is then solidified and is it's ghostly and ethereal, but she hands it to you, A's. It is weightless but solid.
I like look over it and I'm like, I imagine is thinking the ways that they could have probably made it like a little bit better, but like isn't gonna say anything in Life's domain. Let's go. Let's get you some. Well, I guess this is really fresh air. Let's get you some stale prison air.
Are you going to Viari?
Yeah.
I thought I wasn't allowed guests.
You're not allowed guests. But
Yeah. I don't know that.
we don't know that, and also, we don't know what bullshit Ace is about to pull to allow a guest.
It's true.
You get to the jail, and you see standing up front of the jail. You get to the jail is a place you guys have never been. But you walk inside and you see these sigils, these winding, twisting sigils lining this incredibly long hallway. And patrolling the things is the jailer. They are this long, ghostly gold figure holding a bird cage as they float down.
Does it look like one of the things that we fought in the contract?
We are getting 1 second, everybody. We're currently getting some random racist asshole.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
I'm hoping this is a bot, because if this is a person,
Nah, it's definitely a bot.
I don't have superpowers on your channel.
It's a bot that's bad at math.
Well, that was fucking cringe.
Supremely cringe.
I like how Nightbot will kill you if you dare use 2 emojis in a row.
If you put 3 emojis in a row, I'm going to banish you and dox your IP.
Wait, but that's in italics?
The racial slurs
I cannot
are fine,
read
apparently.
that.
Our last defense against the AI is italics.
Yeah, I had to manually remove them. That's terrible. All right. Anyway, so you go to. It looks like one of the things that you'd fight in the Divine Contract. This is actually a subsection of the Divine Contract you have walked into. It is just easily accessible.
It immediately like tenses up and is like, oh boy.
The jailer walks over to you guys and goes, in this like almost robotic, buzzing, fluctuating tone.
Wait, it's back.
What the fuck, dude?
Wait, how is it back? I blocked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep it open. This guy seems to be very confused and very racist. That's super fucking baby behavior. Imagine being racist and dumb. That's so unfortunate.
I've also reported.
Okay.
Same.
Thank you. I will. Yeah, that's fucking cringe. I'm gonna report them as well. Harassment, bullying. Where is there racism?
Hate speech.
Hate speech.
Hate speech.
Gotcha. There it is. Okay, cool. As you guys get there, the jailer looks to you guys and with buzzing sound speaks to all of you. I'm sorry. If you have come for a visitor, there are no visitors allowed.
We're not visitors, we're legal representation. We're part of the legal team.
Technically true, yeah.
The jailer looks at Feda. This does not look like a legal representative. This looks like Feda, who is currently supposed to be in Life's domain recuperating.
I got permission to take a walk.
Do you have permission to represent someone in a legal formation?
I don't know if I need that from life.
You don't need that from life. What you do need is proper legal representation, and you need proper training to represent someone legally. That is incorrect information.
I have known Alistair for how long now? I feel like I've at least had enough training to pass any sort of bar exam.
I mean, I actually am an esquire. I have a lot of legal training from all of my bullshit with
Wait, no shit,
Z's.
really?
And
that's fair.
yeah,
That
and
is-
Feda.
That is in the
At-
canon.
Yeah.
At best, I am her assistant.
I
So
will patch
technically
Feda
part of
in
the
to
legal
listen
team.
then, in which case, but only A's may see the prisoner at this time.
All right, give my love, all right?
Give you a little kiss on the forehead.
The jailer peels off a sigil from their shoulder, and after some brief hand movements, the sigil emblazons and both of your ears, one of your ears on each of your heads is swapped. So now you can hear everything that the other person hears.
Got it.
I will bring you A's to see the prisoner Viari. Godfried is not here. He is under house arrest.
Mm-hmm.
The jailer brings you to Viari's prison.
I just sit down in the wheelchair and wait.
Yeah.
Like open up a book.
The jailer brings their bird cage, places it, and almost dips it inside of the sigil, and as they lift it up, Viari, you are brought face to face with A's. This is 3 days before your trial. You have not yet had your trial.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to consult about your legal strategy. Are we like actually face to face?
Yes, you are face to face. She is right in front of you. The jailer is also right there and holding the cage.
Yeah. Wait, can I hug her?
You could reach across the bars potentially, but there will be the bird cage separating you.
I still want to try,
Okay.
at least to get some physical contact.
You reach,
Viari just
Mhm.
stiffens up, I think. It's just
Re-
like,
You receive the hug. It's very stilted because of the bars separating you two, but it is there. You manage to hug.
you don't have to worry about that. I think I've got an idea of how the Pantheon likes to handle its legal proceedings.
Yeah, but I still wanted to see.
I have been told that this is your legal representative. Is this true, Viari, god of
I'm a-
lies?
Yes.
I am unable to ascertain whether or not this is the truth. I will simply accept that it is for now.
Wait, could we get some privacy? Attorney-client privilege? I can sign something that says I'm not going to do anything crazy.
The jailer pulls out of their pocket a document, and
I
as
make
they,
a wisdom saving throw.
yeah, well, they haven't written it down yet. They write down all of the terms of the contract. As they place it in front of you, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, sorry, charisma save.
Oh, Christmas saving.
What is saving throw for charisma? 21.
You make the save. You don't have to sign this one.
I do just want to read it first, at least.
As you read it, you're just fighting the compulsion to sign it. It reads on it, I ascertain that all the information is true, blah, 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 blah. The most important stuff in this is that you will not try to free Viari. If you do, you will be immediately executed.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Sign it.
You sign it. And as you do this, a nail is placed just above your head. That will disappear once Viari is put back into the prison proper.
All right.
I will leave you two alone. And so the jailer places the bird cage down and floats away.
Feda's also here, by the way. In here.
Oh. Hey, Feda. How's these?
Trapped in an orb.
Couldn't speed up time to get him out quicker?
I could. Genuinely, not quite sure what the next step is from here, and I'd rather not have him running around very killable as I try and figure that out. I don't know where to safely put him, and he can't stay here forever, so... But that is on the back burner now. Everything that happened to these is the result of choices the two of us have made. Whereas I think you find yourself in quite a different situation.
I knew Gary was up to something. Everyone knew Gary was up to something. He wasn't about to sign a contract with me and become one of my warlocks without being up to something.
I mean, we all knew he was up to something. I don't think anyone really saw this coming.
Not the God Hunter part. I mean, I don't know. But I've been to court before. They've punished me before. I know how to handle this part of it, I guess.
That's not quite the part that I'm worried about.
I'm pretty sure everything I say here is watched and fed back to the court, and I'm not comfortable with, like, the lack of privacy.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good call.
But, it'll be okay. The trial will be fine. I don't think that they can afford to lose any of us at this point.
I agree. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Well, there's probably some other reason behind all of it and stuff, so it'll probably work out, I think. Gary is a pain and has been my whole life, but, you know, I'm sure he has a really good reason.
If you believe that, then I will believe that too.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I do genuinely believe that he took no pleasure in that aspect of it. Sometimes we all just get caught up in what we're trying to do, and been reading, trying to figure out anything I can about the God Hunters and about the situation, and I think Gary was running out of time.
What do you mean?
I think, look, the oldest thing I can find about the God Hunters is basically just children's books of stories of things. But
Stories?
Yeah, like you know, like a fable about a wolf and a sheep's pen and all this sort of thing. I thought some of the metaphors were a little bit, you know, but it's like it. Anyways, I think I don't know if Gary is dying. I don't know if Gary's getting too old, but I think whatever he came here to do started running out of time to get it done. And I think while I'm sure there were aspects, I don't know if Gary got close to you and then decided that he cared for you and whatever weird sort of sibling thing you have going on, or if maybe had already committed to the plan and then realized that you were the next option because you were the god of lies, and he needed to be able to do that, and that was just a choice he decided to make. I don't know. But we're sort of, all of the dominoes are starting to fall now.
Why would there be children's stories about God Hunters?
I don't know. I assume there's children's stories about everything. Sometimes it's easier to hide truths in stories with like, you know, the way oral traditions are preserved. If you have a story that leans on myth and legend and folklore, it's easy to remember. You get all of the core details, or the core concepts, even if you lose the details along the way. It's a good way to prove longevity, but it seems to be the oldest thing written about god hunters.
Huh.
It's from Alistair's library.
Do you have the book?
Not on me, it's in my domain, but why?
Well, if there's one, there could be more, right?
Yeah. You know that thing you mentioned earlier about not feeling like you could speak openly?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
After
will...
my trial, we need to convene.
Yeah. And in between now and then, I am happy to do research as I can.
Can you send a message for me?
Yeah, to whom?
Scrap. Can you just let him know I'm okay, make sure he's okay, check in on him?
Yeah.
Send some simulacrums down to, like, watch out for him or something.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sure he's fine. But Gary'd been the one training them, and I don't like it now.
Yeah, I will talk. Regardless of what Gary has planned on the scale of the gods, I don't think he's evil.
No. But
I think he's driven. It could be just as dangerous, but I'll check in on them, and I'll let you know.
if this turns out that if Gary really did betray us, I have ideas.
I will support you, whatever those are. I also wanted to tell you, I remember the last time we interacted directly.
Yeah. Alex isn't.
Oh
really
no, it's not about Alex, unless you have something you want to get off your chest.
No, it's fine. Sorry, you were saying?
It's about the books. The last page of my book. I told you I had ideas, and I didn't tell you what it was, and that frustrated you.
Yeah.
I am I'm finding myself in a position I don't really like. I don't really know how to help you with any of this. So I think the only thing I can do is be honest. I think you deserve to have as few surprises as possible from the people you are close to. So I sealed the end of Z's, the last page from his book into mine. Feeling kind of angry and emotional, so I did that. And I know how Z's dies, and I don't know who does it. I have ideas that I don't want to share in this context. But I just wanted to let you know, so you're not caught off guard if that goes awry.
Does this guarantee that he'll die?
Yes. In a capacity.
You want him to die?
I don't want these to die. As we've learned with Feda, death isn't always the end, but also what's happening here is inevitable. So I am accepting it as a consequence of some string of actions I can't possibly track, and I am going to figure out how to live with it.
God, there's so much I want to say, but
Yeah.
After my trial.
After your trial.
And that is where we're going to go go to break. Thank you all so much for watching the first half of PP Game. We will be back in 15 minutes. And we will continue with the second half of Paperwork Pantheon. And we'll probably pick up when time is all caught up to the present. So peace and love. Have a good 15 minutes. Grab some food and pee. I'm going to recuperate all of my thoughts. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Paperwork Pantheon. My name is Offbeat Outlaw, the sleepiest of dungeon masters. And when last we checked, when last we were at the party, A's was checking up on everybody that she hasn't seen in a little bit. Viari's in prison now. R.I.P. She's not dead. She's just in prison. Viari's that kid where I feel like you could put them in certain places, like Photoshop them into memes of like the kid like lighting the house on fire and then like looking at the camera like that is Viari, I think. Nepo baby arsonist. That's the vibe I think is what it
We
is.
did discuss the other day that people seem to like I've hinted at this, but Viari's tutors were the nine lords, the lords of the nine hells. Like that's who just taught her growing up.
Everyone gets distracted that Viari is very anxious, but nobody remembers that Viari is also very crazy.
Evil baby.
Evil baby.
Danger, baby.
Darren chooses to be nice. Aziz,
Aren't you tired of being nice? Don't you just want to go apeshit?
We're
well,
getting
if I
there.
do, Aziz is the one who suffers.
But we are.
I have literally discussed with Offbeat the exact punishment Viari is willing to inflict on Z's purely as revenge.
I think you told that to me too.
Eyes turned inside out. It's pretty great. It's pretty horrible.
That's not what it was.
No, it's
We're making a reference.
the eyes looked backwards thing. But
The most horrifying punishment anyone can inflict on another person.
Yeah, what the fuck, Viari? That's still horrible. Like, never forget. I was so not gonna lie. I was so tempted. I know that you would feel so upset if this was brought up, but I was so tempted to reference that in your in the trial episode, being like, "May we not forget, Viari thought this was a suitable punishment." But I know that would be just
I
so
would have
shit.
been pissed at you.
Yeah,
I would have actually been pissed at you.
Yeah, I thought about it and was like, no, she'd be upset.
This is a bad idea.
This is a bad idea. This is one of those ideas I don't do. I think about it, I tell them about it, but I do not do it.
It's one of the ideas that stays in the head.
But at the very least, fast forward. Viari is now out of prison. Adjudicator at her shoulder, watching her every move. Godfried is back in his Pantheon, not his Pantheon, his domain, and is doling out punishments to those who deserve it. Viari, when last we left you, you were still hanging out with Feda. Do you think you'd probably still be hanging out after you know Godfried got pulled away, or are you going to go onto your own devices?
Because we're in your domain right now, aren't we? Or are we back at the? We're at the cabin.
We're back at the cabin.
Okay.
At some point I wanted to talk to Alistair, but I don't have to do that now. We can. Oh, I want to go into the
now.
Infinite Library. We can have everyone can go to the Infinite Library with me if they want. I want to look for more stories on the God Hunters.
All right.
Life, can I go on another walk? I promise I'll bring the wheelchair.
Okay. Just make sure you bring him back. He's not supposed to be out this much. This does slow down his recovery a little bit. I just want to make sure that we all understand this, right?
Can we have like a little like a single page of life so that he could just temporarily borrowed so that he can like still recover while he's out and about?
You don't have to give
Oh,
me
no.
a whole page. I can have like a
Viari,
little
I'm
bubble.
I'm going to let this slide because I don't.
I
think you-
don't know
I don't
how
think-
these things
I
work.
know. I don't think you understand how this works, which is why I'm letting this slide. It's okay. What you effectively asked me was to give away a portion of my power that I can control so that you can take someone out on a little bit of a day trip. It's a little bit of...
Okay,
a
I'm
lot.
sorry.
I know. I'm just saying that now so that you don't do it again. So,
Okay.
just bring him back. This domain is fragile enough as it is.
Didn't mean to.
Life, are you aware that there's a bit of a gnat problem in some of the... It might just be my cabin, to be fair. But I
Would you
do
imagine
try
that?
to...
It's because your brain is full of flies.
Why would you imagine flies here? This is entirely your imagination.
Mushrooms.
This is
Feda is so incapable of relaxing that they bring
reminds
naps
me
into
of
their
what
That's what
happy place.
happens when I stay still for too long.
This reminds me of Jenny always being like, "Why don't you get the better Oreos?"
Right?
Why don't you ever have double stuff? It's like you literally get to choose.
Very
Just bring
funny.
him back. I will see what I can do about the flies, Feda. But
It's definitely me or the mushrooms.
we'll figure it out.
Probably the latter.
All right, have fun. Please use the wheelchair. Please.
I will.
Thank you, life. Much appreciated.
Your life.
And so
Oh, they're gonna murder me.
you
They're gonna
wheel
murder
him
me.
out.
Fine, I will
Frankly,
keep him
life
from
is-
murdering you.
I like how Life is the least likely person to murder Viari out of all the people that probably.
Yeah,
want to.
except that like maybe after what happened.
That's true. That's true. You guys. Ace, would you go and meet Viari in her domain to talk about stuff? Okay. So you guys get there. You get to Viari's library of lies and stories.
Ace,
Feda.
by the way, you did not tell me that Luck was the one who put the fucking hit out on Zeus.
I don't trust Luck.
Well, hang on.
I do
Why?
trust Luck, actually.
She was a dick to me after I asked her. I was just asking for your sake about why she put the hit out, and she was a dick. She was being super suspicious. She has this whole plan about rewriting the universe. She won't allow Alistair to like look over and she's just sus. I just don't trust her. Like, she hasn't communicated with us at any point in the plan. She clearly doesn't trust us enough to be in on the for anything that she's planning. I just don't.
I gotta be honest, Alistair also doesn't do that.
Alistair does tell us as much as he can.
Alistair tells us when it's convenient.
That's not true.
That is
Alistair
actually
tells
true.
us when it's.
Yes, I tell it when it's convenient and it's useful. I don't give you anything more than that because otherwise it would be too much.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I gotta give this one to Ace. You're doing
Am I
great.
allowed to have a conversation without you jumping in? Is that okay?
Oh, sorry. I just didn't want you to. I didn't want to miss you. Sorry. I'll be out. You're doing great.
Okay.
Love the work you're doing on the dreaming, by the way. Very fun. Very good stuff.
I don't trust her. I don't trust most of the gods in the Pantheon at this point. I am. If I didn't have so much responsibility, I would be this close to resigning and going to join a cult somewhere. I was going to say Gary, but
where that was gonna end.
yeah, I was going to say Gary, but frankly, I don't trust Gary anymore because if I can be totally candid, I'm stressed all the time. I don't feel like anyone around us has our best interests at heart or respects us enough to take our thoughts into consideration or just. I don't
Sorry,
like
what-
anything that's happening here.
What is this about Luck rewriting the universe? Can we like touch
You
on
knew
that?
about that.
Okay, well, anyways, yeah, so Luck put a hit out on Z's. Biggest hit in God Hunter history because Alistair sort of orchestrated Z's joining Z's joining the Chaos Pantheon and complications,
Yeah,
hoping
I caught
that
that.
it would sow discord and whatever else. It kind of did, and then ended up not working out so well, as we have seen. Luck wanted the complications out in the picture, so Luck put a hit on Z's, which led to Z's losing his divine title. Either Z's was going to lose his divine title or get murdered. Either way, be out of the picture.
Sure.
Luck, we've been doing, not we, but at least Luck, Chaos, Alistair, and who knows, maybe we've been doing this time and time again. Every single time there's a Pantheon war, we know order wins, resets everything. So Luck is trying to, and Luck is basically trying to change that for something new to happen.
Okay.
Not in favor of chaos, not in favor of order, just different.
She doesn't have a
Much
plan.
as she says.
The chaos and order plans are both equally as likely to happen. The gods are just so stupid sometimes.
No, they're all so fucking stupid. The thing is, I think Alistair is doing genuinely what he believes to be in the best interest of everyone in the universe. And I think Alistair does the same things because it's a very predictable outcome with a net neutral, maybe net positive gain. I just... I don't know. I just... If we have been doing this over and over again, I'd like to break the cycle. And I think that's something unknown, but it could be better. It could also be worse.
If I could make a statement, hi, Viari just had me working here in the background, couldn't help overhearing the conversation, wanted to be involved. I think that, look, you're all getting very powerful at this point. You've all acquired a lot of power. At this point in time, I'm not gonna say that you could take Luck in a fight, but your sway, your influences combined are beginning to overshadow some of the other major gods. I like you guys. I'm a big fan.
I like you too, Charlie, but
I'm saying, I think that we're getting to the point where one of yous could potentially do what Luck's doing, but yourselves.
Write a new contract.
Better one. Maybe it's not even a contract. Contracts are boring, predictable. They have endings and you gotta sign them. Maybe it's something different, something new.
Yeah. Could create a universe with less paperwork.
Oh, divine. I'd have so much more time for the kids. But Luck is stuck in this concept of the contract because she's a product of it.
I have a theory about that too.
That's great.
But
I think
Well-
I think that you're close. You've almost got every piece of the
Sure.
picture.
That's
hang on.
sort of what I'm getting at.
What's your theory?
Luck,
Yeah, no, what are you talking about?
Luck is trying to build a contract out of pages from all of the other books. We haven't been to a Luck fight in ages. What if she's getting chaos pages?
I
Oh,
mean,
probably.
probably. That makes sense.
Oh,
So
fuck.
here's
Would she have the final pages of other people's books?
That reminds me, I need to track down the final page of my book. I forgot about that.
she does not have the final page of mine. First of all.
Z's had the
Very
final
certain.
page of mine, and Z's is frozen in an orb, and I can't break him out yet, so...
Jeez.
I have the final page of mine. And
I
one other.
Guys, we have to stop
you have
doing
another
this.
page? What page you got, kid?
Alistair's.
You have Alistair's fucking final page?
This is new information.
This is return it to him.
Can I see it?
No.
No one can see the final page of Alistair's book.
Why not?
Why?
It's
Wait, have you seen it, Viari?
No.
Why not?
Why would you have
What?
my
it
final
feels
page?
wrong. It
You know,
feels
I want to look
incorrect.
at all of the final... The more information you have, the better a decision you can make.
Okay, all right. Well, hang on. First of all,
Oh, come on, we're talking about rewriting the fabric of the universe. That's on the table. It wasn't on the table a year ago.
okay, can we, slow down for a hot moment here? First of all, the whole idea of this sort of rewriting everything, I like it. I'm on board. I'm here for it, honestly, because look, again, maybe it's the mushrooms talking, but based on my recent experiences, everything just kind of feels really stupid. Like not like from a structural standpoint, right? If it is true that we have been continuing this cycle, or maybe not even us, if order and chaos, ourselves excluded, have been continuing this cycle for ages, and they've constantly been at war with each
You
other.
might not be
What's the
excluded. Just
fucking
saying.
point? Right, and we might not even be excluded. Maybe we've been like raised up mortals and then become gods. Like maybe this has all happened before. So what's the point? What's the point if it's always the same outcome? And if chaos wins and everything returns to zero, that's stupid too.
You know we
Both
could find
plans
out.
are stupid.
I don't know. I'm not advocating for the side of chaos, but I do understand wanting, if this has been going on for ages. I mean, we don't know if this happened 10 times or 10 million, 10 trillion times. I understand
We
the
can
concept of
find
wanting to
out.
bring it to an end. How do we find out?
I'm saying that I don't think that we need to bring it to an end by quote unquote wiping the slate.
Yeah, I agree.
Think if there is this idea, if there is an idea where we could unite the pantheons, chaos, order, neutral, etc., if we could all for once just be on the side of keep everything just moving forward and let it all
right,
happen
just
as
Feda,
it is.
Come with
lost.
me. I gotta
Yeah.
come with me, and I'm going to drag him
all right,
towards
I'm
the
coming.
domain
Okay, wait,
of
as-
dreams.
As you're dragging us, Ace says to Feda, okay, honestly, you had me before it was all kumbaya.
No.
everybody
I'm not
get
talking
along.
about kumbaya. I'm not talking about everybody gets along. I'm talking about everybody are co-workers and we deal with it.
Okay. I just like when there's
I'm not
tension.
preaching the peace and love. I am preaching like.
Is that bad? Am I
strategic-
a bad person?
Ace, I'm not going to answer that question.
Viari, you're showing the party something. What are you showing them?
Okay. As we approach the entry to the domain of dreams, I just want to be like, okay, listen. I don't want you getting lost when we go inside.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out 2 origami astrolabes, and they've got writing splashed all over them.
That's
Okay,
so
take
fucking
these.
intricate.
Can they like
What?
articulate?
Yes.
How did you?
All right. Just
Did you fold these yourself? Or did you just sort of
Yes.
materialize them?
I folded them. Thank you very much.
Wait, have you been into origami this whole time?
How do you think I started with Eldritch Blast? It was paper planes when we met.
Holy shit! That's where this came from, or that's where that. Okay.
Anyway,
That's
once
so
we get
advanced.
inside, they will help you not get lost. But the thing that you should know is that you will already be lost, okay? We have to go inside because it's going to help with the next part of... You'll understand in a second, but I just need to give you a quick, brief rundown.
Okay.
Okay, so number 1, if you do need to navigate, you need to follow the stories. Don't worry about the keys, the locks, and the doors. They're there because they're there, okay? They're just... Don't worry about those.
Mhm.
Don't listen to the fireflies. They'll probably lie to you. The mists are watching, that's true, but don't worry. That's just my third aspect. I sacrificed it, and it's now...
That hasn't happened yet.
Oh, that hasn't happened yet?
No.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, the mists are watching. But it's... Are they not then? Are they just not watching?
Go in.
I thought that.
Okay.
Let her do her thing. Let her do her thing.
I'll let her cook in a minute, but she don't have the ingredients yet.
Fine. Fine. Just stay with me for the minute.
Okay.
And when we
Question
step
that
inside,
here.
I would like to go to a place that is constructed entirely of thoughts that are images.
Okay.
Oh, you know what's gonna help with this? Do we need to also communicate in images?
Can I
No.
translate other people into images in my
Yes.
head if I'm blocking out Alistair? Okay.
You know what might help with this?
Mm-hmm.
Hayes pulls out the little baggie of magic mushrooms I got from the Mycelium Network.
Do not bring those into my domain.
I'm,
Do not.
Trust me, I'm good. I've got plenty already.
I can't. No drugs in the dreaming.
Not currently. I've got things under construction and I cannot have Faye shit messing with it.
I put the little baggie on a side table. Fucking narc.
Can you please? I
don't. Ace doesn't
sorry.
actually say that. Ace doesn't say that.
I'm just gonna be like, okay, Charlie, can you please just make sure nothing happens with those?
Yes.
I can't have Faye influence.
But
in
before you guys go, all right? What I wanted to say earlier, before we got off on this tangent, look, you guys are at the point where you guys can start making big plays and changes. All right? I know you got something in your brain, Viari, because we talked about it, but these two chuckle fucks don't, and I want them to have an open mind. Are you not a chuckle fuck? Would you prefer to be something else?
I have plans and ideas.
Excellent. All this to say, look, Luck's plan. I'm no expert on contracts. Actually, I am. Luck's plan doesn't work. It won't work because it's the same structure. The problem with everything is structure. All right? Rethink the structure. Anyway,
You should make it a truss.
Viari,
Truss is
please.
so sturdy.
Show them around. When you get in there, you're gonna have to speak to Al. There's something he needs to talk to you about.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, come inside anyway. I'll push open the door, which is really just a curtain at this point. And you step out into colored mists that are just sort of like the colors are separate, but they blend at the edges here and there, and they sort of billow between, and you can't really see what's past them or more than a few meters in front of your face. But if you step inside, they'll sort of gather and pool around you and sort of like get all in your face.
And as you guys enter, Viari, you are not in the dreaming. You are brought to a dark, empty space with Alistair at his desk. All right, Viari, please take a seat. Sorry, I had to do it this way. This is how this usually works. You're about to mint a fresh, new world. And it's going to be a world that you create. Time to you to know the secret of world creation. Watching everything, there is a portion of someone looking over it, guiding it, shaping it. I'm going to need you to sign away one of your aspects so that I can make sure that everything runs smoothly. If you want the dreaming to be stable.
Okay.
Excellent. Sign right here. Choose which aspect of yourself will run the dreaming. You will never get them back. Even when you die, they will remain.
I said.
Excellent.
I just read.
Absolutely. As you do this, the Alistair transforms into the version of yourself that you signed away. I guess this is goodbye. I've run a lot better than you, I'd say that much.
That's not true, and you know it.
That's only what you think. You just don't know.
We're exactly the same. I know when you're lying.
And so do I you, so looks like we're both gonna be better than each other.
Just... This is gonna be weird. When I'm inside, can I communicate with you?
I don't know.
Can I detect everything?
Viari, you just told me that we are the same. I know just as much as you do.
I also know that I wouldn't be this much of a smartass back to you.
Yes, you would. You're being one right now.
You know what? Have fun.
Thanks. Good luck. And with that, the version of yourself you watch as their eyes bleed ink, their skin folds away, and they disappear into a thin, light blue mist. And then you are brought back into the dreaming.
Bless you.
I think I'm allergic to dreams.
That's unfortunate. Hey, Viari, I had a question for you.
Do I describe the dreaming?
I'm gonna do my best to do that, and you can correct me as we go. I'm sorry, this is my DM game. I've made marginal retcons.
You said I could describe the dreaming.
I was gonna
the
say,
other day.
I did.
You let us describe all of our own realms. This is
Yes, but this
technically
is different.
part.
This one's different. This one's got special rules. All right, this one's both its own plane of existence and a domain. She got full control of her library and the other shit she hasn't shown yet. This one we had to have collaborative efforts in it. I need to describe a few things, then I'll pass the torch to you. Okay? A few moments, please. I know you're excited.
Okay.
You arrive into the dreaming. At first, what you see as you enter into the dreaming is it's almost like you are falling. That feeling right before you, like when you're like between sleeping and waking, and you like literally feel like you're falling. Your brain tricks you. It's like that. And at first, you're falling through glyphs that are very similar to that of the Divine Contract, but those glyphs soon fade and bleed away until they're these unrecognizable symbols. They're no longer grand and gold and glowing, but they are dull and thin and dark. The mists that they were turn into little lights. The little lights grow little wings. The little wings begin to fly and fizz and go and walk around as these little fireflies fly to each of your ears. You hear them say, "I think you're gonna do great in here. Follow me. I know the way."
I'm not gonna listen to the fire. I was told not to listen to the fireflies. I'm good. I'm not. No, absolutely. I'm just gonna keep moving forward.
The astrolabes on your neck unfold and begin articulating slightly. They open up in this flower pattern to reveal underneath a spinning, near a compass needle like artifact that points into different directions, rapidly pointing wherever it is that you're currently thinking. Now, Viari, I pass the torch.
Thank you. Okay. So as the mists part and the colors sort of bleed into one another, it's like watercolor splashing across a canvas, and you can see trees and forest and almost like a patchwork quilt turned into a painting. Any kind of thing that could exist comes to life and sort of just blooms in front of your face. And you see like a forest laid out, sprawling, like very enchanted woods, warm like greens and like lush air and that sort of thing. But like an open cottage kitchen just laid out in the middle of the forest floor with like smoke rising from one of the chimneys, but there's no walls to the sides. You're just looking into a kitchen, and some figures are standing about preparing a tea party, but you see inside the teapots little garden plants that they are tending to as they pour out like sand from the pots into cups and tending you notice almost immediately that everything is a little bit wrong. Everything bleeds into each other and is a little bit connected, a little bit blended, a little bit just unfocused. There are lots and lots of creatures and things sort of moving about, but they don't really notice you. They are fulfilling their purpose, but they seem to be almost like actors on a stage, acting out some sort of almost half-baked scenes that you can't quite piece together. And if you listen very closely as the winds pass by, you hear voices, like little snippets of words and things that will catch on the astrolabe, and you will catch little pieces of story connecting and just sort of trailing off. And if you focus on them hard enough, you'll see that they start to form into a real story, and that this is one of the only ways that the words start to make sense and piece together into real sentences, and that you can start to form an idea of what is happening. And you'll see that the stories that they're telling are precisely the things that the figments around us are acting out. These little scenes, these little stories. And there is like this mist that forms at the edges of everything, that pulls in the nooks and crannies and gathers in like the bookshelves and that sort of thing, and in the treetops. And the fireflies are everywhere, as well as doors and locks and keys. It is just a medley of everything that could exist, with a couple of little motifs that just seem to permeate every space. And it looks almost precisely designed to be as confusing as possible. Okay, so
I think as one of the fireflies gets closer and like tries to talk to me again, Feda's like, "Hey.
don't be
Don't make me use
mean.
this.
They're just doing their job.
Okay.
Don't listen to her. She's lying.
Yeah, that's what she does.
She's not real.
Okay.
Feda, this isn't real.
The mushrooms speak back for Feda. Fuck off.
All right, you guys can leave my friends alone.
It was just thinks about how much Z's would enjoy walking through here.
It's very you, Viari, and it's beautiful in here.
So what's the plan here, kid? Why are we here?
Okay, I had to come to a place where it was constructed of thoughts entirely of pictures, so that Alistair couldn't hear.
Right.
His desk contains a record of everything that has ever happened and then been erased. What if we broke into his desk?
I'm down.
Or asked him to get the information for us. We could just do that first.
Kid, don't you remember last time you tried to steal from him? You stole blank sheets of paper and he had a hissy fit.
Oh, okay. Yes, he was not thrilled with the blank sheets of paper thing, but that was because I was practicing on them for contract.
You need to go. Look. Ask him first. Please. Please.
Fine.
Thank you.
But frankly, I stand by not trusting Luck, and I stand by being very suspicious of even the other gods, the higher gods. I know that they have the best of intentions, but they just... I am tired of relying on the opinions of people who want to erase me from existence and acting like I'm okay with that.
First of all, don't think Luck wants to erase you from existence.
She did. She voted for it. She doesn't now anymore, but she did at the time. She also voted for my death. I'm sorry, but there have been only a handful of people who have ever stood by me, and I'm speaking to two of them right now, and I just...
Okay.
That's what you need from me. You have it.
Thank you.
Okay. So, asking Alistair for what's in his desk. Step 1. What after that?
If that's denied, there's legal things we can try. We can try to invoke an investigation into his desk and the compartment as we deem it necessary. If that is rejected, then we break in. But
He can
not in
veto
moments.
anything, but
Hey, Charlie.
also,
Sorry, Viari, you go.
oh no, I was just. You can go. You can go.
Hey,
I forgot what I was gonna say.
oh, well, never mind. Charlie, question for you, buddy.
Yeah, what's up?
You've always been incredibly helpful to us, and you've always cautioned us to take the right path.
Mm-hmm. Despite not being listened to, I always try my best.
Appreciate you, Charlie.
I don't mean to sound accusatory, but in talking about trust, you're being very forward about your support of this sort of revolution that we're putting forth. And don't get me wrong, I'm the guy to talk about as far as revolutions are concerned historically. I don't know. You're very gung-ho about a lot of this, and you're offering quite a bit of knowledge that maybe you wouldn't have before, and I'm just curious as to why the change.
Alistair and I don't agree on everything. One thing we do agree on is not giving away information until we are sure that the people receiving it are ready. Alistair, unfortunately, has also forced to tell every single thing that he's asked for. So if someone asks him something, he'll tell you that you're not ready. I just lie and don't say shit. The point is, I think that there is something wrong with the inherent setup of things here. That's my point. I've been a familiar for as long as things have been around. Alright? The Familiars Union, proudest, oldest collection of magical creatures you could ever find. I've been with every single warlock that Alistair's ever had, that other people have ever had. And I've seen things on many different sides of the table. When I work for Viari, I am sworn to be Viari's best interest. I am sworn to help and do what I think is best for Viari at any given time. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'll state my opinion, but I'll do what she says.
And you tell us if you were more than...
At this point in time, though, I'm starting to realize something. All of my issues with the Divine Contract, with the Pantheon, with Order, it's all tied together. And the problem is the system. The problem is how it's set up. Order and Chaos have a contract that say we must go to war in order for things to happen. That's how things happen.
Yeah,
it's
fuck
in
that
the
shit.
conflict. That seems incorrect. That seems problems. That seems like an issue. And because I've watched people on our side of this war fight for this war over and over for decades, I've seen what it does to people like your mortal gods. I've seen what it does to random people, to much weaker people. I'm in support of this because I think it's the best course of action to make people happy, make Viari happy, and to most importantly, fix this universe that has an inherent flaw of its design. That being conflict. It's innate. It is destined. Viari, you always ask me shit like, hey, why did this blow up in my face? Why did this happen? Why did this happen? How'd this happen? It's the nature of things. The clause of inaction. Not taking action is how you prevent problems for yourself. But you take action. That shouldn't be punished. But it is in this system. Gods are punished for taking action. It's how it works. It's the cost and effect. Otherwise, people like Alistair would be taking action everywhere. And when he was doing that, it was a very bad time. we can all agree that Alistair should do as little as possible. But the point is that new system affects everybody. You guys are allowed to act on the mortal plane due to a loophole. You're mortal and you're gods. You can do both. But that doesn't mean that you're always necessarily free from the ramifications. That's a problem. So if you want to know why I'm supportive of it, now all of a sudden, is I finally can see that this one right here, Viari, is potentially capable of changing things. You, Feda, are finally looking into yourself and introspecting on how your brazen attitude towards war and revolutions maybe was problematic. A's is finally realizing that Z's is maybe an issue. Maybe. You guys are finally at the point where these questions make sense. Where I'm not just gonna tell you what to do. You already know what to do. And I can just help you do that. That's why. You're finally here.
So, Viari, what do we do?
I have some ideas. Charlie, I'm gonna give him a hug.
Okay. You don't need... I appreciate it. You don't need to do this, though. I do work for you.
Shut up, Charlie.
Also, sorry about that, Charlie. Just had to, make sure.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
I want more information, and we need more intel, and I want the domain of truth. I can't finish the construction of this place properly without the domain of truth. And having that is going to help us figure out a lot and gather a lot of information, because I'll finally be able to tell when things are true, not just when they're lies.
Mm-hmm.
The whole idea of this place is that it is an exploration of the lies we tell ourselves and the truths that they uncover. But the problem is, while I don't have truth, I don't have that final piece.
It's incomplete.
You do that. And you do that exploration through the stories that are told, through the ideas, through the dreams. It's all connected. It's an idea that I've been constructing, and it's when Alistair first told me that I was the god of lies, it didn't feel right, okay? It just didn't. But I'm fine. I'm this close to getting this right. This close. Because I think lies is part of a bigger thing. And I think I know what Charlie means. At first, when we were talking about a new divine contract, the idea came up and all of that. I thought about how that might be done, and I thought maybe if I created an infinite space and an infinite number of simulacrums that all wrote one thing down, then that would be enough. But I think that's what Charlie's saying, because he wants... Well, actually... I think it was Orcus first taught me this, but I'm pretty sure Gary had to drill it in, and Charlie always reminds me about some infinities are bigger than other infinities.
You remembered! Holy
I
shit!
did.
You finally remembered! Oh!
Yes, I didn't get a lesson on this literally last night or anything.
The past years have not been in vain.
So, if I could give an explanation... The way that infinities work is... I'm very nervous now. Broadcasting of this. Okay,
No, I'm ready to hear it.
I'm here for it.
The simplified explanation, because that's all I have. If I were to create an infinite number of simulacrums, then it would be a countable infinity, because we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way into infinity. And the thing is, what that doesn't account for is 1.1, 1.12, 1.1. It doesn't count for all the little bits in between.
Right.
And the idea being, if you take a piece of paper, I realize this is not a piece of paper, but pretend it is. You take a pen and you have to fill up all the space inside a shape, and you dot. Eventually it's going to be filled up. However, there are going to be places where you didn't really hit.
On
and
a microscopic
that's the
level,
current, yeah, and that's the current problem with the current the contract, right? So if you can create effectively a stamp that is big enough that covers this whole area all at once and then hits it at the same time, you can cover everything. You can cover all of the little spaces, and it's an uncountable infinity. So the way that you do that is you need a space that is bigger than infinity, which means effectively that we need a space that's bigger than the countable infinity of all the things that exist. And you know what's bigger than all of the things that exist is all of the things that could exist, which could exist in thought, specifically in dreams.
Everything that ever was, is, and can be.
And everything that ever wasn't.
Yes.
And could.
Props to Offbeat for explaining infinities to me.
I said can. Can and could are...
No,
relations
that's
with them.
exactly the difference. Because can is things that can exist. They can. They literally can.
Could. Yeah.
Could
okay, yeah.
is things
No, I
that
get it
can't
now.
exist
Sorry,
as
Charlie.
well.
It's okay.
It's-
I know I'm right.
It's a whole thing. I gotta.
Unfair. I'm trying to wrap my brain around it. I promise I am.
If
It
you
might
want
take a
an
little
additional
bit.
explanation, I do supplemental seminars after
That's
class.
fine. It's esoteric, and I just need to accept that it's esoteric.
But Viari's correct. This would work. It would be bigger. But a contract wouldn't work.
A story?
Maybe.
A storyboard.
I don't know.
I need to make sure that Alistair can't tell what it is, so it has
What
to be
if
done in
it's-
pictures, right?
We're making a mood board for the universe.
Yeah,
Get out Pinterest, guys. We're recrafting reality.
let's go. I got ideas. What if it's less? If we're talking about abstracts, right?
Mhm.
Well, legit mathematical principles, but go on.
Sure. But within legit mathematical principles, jeepers, imaginary numbers are a thing. What
Yeah.
if we're going?
When you square root
What
a
if-
negative number.
Thank you for the algebra lesson.
You're welcome.
I'm having flashbacks, and the word PEMDAS is just repeating over and over again with
Oh, God.
all the voices of the mushrooms. Anyway,
Imaginary. Should I reach out to the god of imagination? Do you think
No.
that'll
It's
help?
a different. It's different.
Oh,
maybe.
No.
Hear
No?
me out.
Oh, why? Sorry, I'm so sorry, Feda. Say your thing, and then we'll circle
Fine.
back.
No, it's fine.
sorry.
God of imagination's a chaos god. We don't know where he is.
And that's why I said maybe. Because if we are talking about something that needs to be abstract, something that has pure potentiality. And now I understand why I'm here. What if it's something less concrete than a contract or a story? What if it's a book that anybody could write in?
It's not
What
a
if it's
bad
just
idea.
blank pages?
That wouldn't work. If it's just blank, you got nothing.
Okay.
But I like your gusto. I think I know.
I mean,
like what you're
if it
getting
were, I like the idea of
Because the story,
in a similar-
you're right.
well, a
Viari,
similar
like,
vein of us.
yeah, something that's not complete, right?
But if it's sort of like an oral tradition, every single person who tells it differently and adds something on there. And I think that's a similar concept.
Then that's yeah, no.
Yeah,
then
that's
I
sort of a
was-
story.
I was my own worst enemy there. Never mind, Viari. You're ignore what I said. Story is the way to go. There's
But-
a lot.
But like
happening.
Viari said, we're not done yet. She needs truth. I'm gonna tell you right now. Right now, you just got a bunch of bullshit in the page. She needs truth.
So
But we can't do that yet. I can postpone the election for you guys. You guys have a mission to finish. Back with the bandits, with the reconstructors, with the
that's
government.
still happening.
That's still
Yes,
happening.
that's
It's
still
kind
happening.
of time frozen because it's over on the mortal planes.
You guys need to
You need
finish
to-
it.
We need to finish it before in order for me to get truth.
All I'm gonna say is gonna hurt your chances of getting elected if you shirk responsibility.
Okay. Who else am I going against?
So far, all I know is death is on the ballot for sure. But I can postpone the election. I can take as much time as I want submitting your papers. And frankly, as long as Alistair's... I know he's got A's now to keep track of time, but he's still spacey, you know? He still forgets how long he pauses in his sentences. I think I could probably get him with a few of those. Take as long as you need to submit. But I'm going to need you guys to pick up, to get back to that, you know? Otherwise, we're shit out of luck.
Yeah. Okay.
So just to like remember what happened in that, you got the reconstructors, the musicians, and the blood bandits. They're all working together now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got the government on the other side, and there's face spirits there working for them. You know what face spirits working for them now?
Yeah. Remix to Ignition and the other one.
Well, that's the Chaos Gods, but the
Oh yeah, I have that written down somewhere.
Yeah. I believe it was Wealth.
Yeah.
There was Wealth and there was another one.
Mm-hmm.
By the
Who's the other
way,
one?
interesting question. Is Blood Phoenix still kicking around?
We'll get to that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you don't know yet. He's been silent if he is.
Cool.
I have a... Tell me if I'm wrong on this one, Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
There are 4 of us.
Yes.
Tell me if I'm reaching. Ace is closely aligned to the Fae. Feda is closely aligned to neutrality. I'm closely aligned to order. And Godfrey's past life was on the side of chaos. Was that intentional?
Oh, fuck.
Intention is a hard word to track. Well, like, do you mean that we picked specifically everybody who picked people who did that? I don't know. Is that just how it played out? Eh?
Guys, what if we're the variable?
Well, we
I
already
know that
you
we've
are,
gone-
right?
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is all of us. I know that there's been a lot of talk about, like, maybe we've done this before, but what if we haven't? What if this is the first time we're involved?
I think for certain it's the first time the Fae have been involved.
Wait.
The Fae are not part of contracts, right?
Wait.
They're not a part of the contracts, right?
Yeah, but also, hold on, if it's been rewritten, is that why there was a note in the Book of Lies from the last God of Lies?
Oh.
I don't fucking know, maybe.
Oh,
Interesting.
because they had done it already.
And they knew it was going to happen again. And they knew that they weren't going to win, and so they left something
And they...
to whoever it was next.
Didn't we find out that Lies took themselves out?
We never got an answer. We need to talk to Alistair.
We have to know that answer. Because if Lies erased themselves, then they...
If Lies erased themselves and they left a message for the next Lies, then Lies was hoping something would change this time that didn't happen last time, and they knew they had to be out of the equation in order for it to work.
Holy shit! Okay. Anybody else just get chills, or is it the mushrooms again?
No,
I'm
I left
going to
those
open up
outside.
my book.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
All right, guys. Bear with me on this. There's a couple things I need to look up. And then we can look at Alistair's page. And I think we should look at my page and Feda's page and the page that you put in. No more secrets. We're working as a team on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay. All right.
You're ripping
Alistair
out a
once
page,
told
by the
me-
way.
Sorry. Alistair once told me that he had no recollection of there being a past God of Lies because what is always was, and he seemed genuinely surprised about there being some other entity before me, but he was surprised about there being a message. But also, he can lie now, and I don't think that he's doing this out of maliciousness if he did lie, but also if he has found a workaround to keep his memory. Did Alistair lie? And I'm just going to flip to that. Actually, I'm just going to flip to the section on Alistair's lies.
You flip to Al's section. As this happens, I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
I get advantage on that because I am a Kalishtar. Okay, all right. That is going to be... Oh, I need to roll d6s, don't I? Let me just double check. So I have a +7. Is that 2 or 3? 2?
That's 2.
2.
Yeah.
2. Okay. All right. Do I have advantage on the secondary dice or only the primary die?
I'm going to say only on the primary dice.
Okay. So, that is 18 plus 8 is 26?
Yes.
Yes.
You resist as hard as you can, but don't make the save.
Can I let her re-roll that?
With your ability?
Yes.
Yes. You may. Reroll it.
What am I just re-rolling in general? Like just the same thing, but again?
As a reaction, within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. You can force the creature to re-roll. You make this decision after you see whether the roll succeeds or fails. There you go. You must use the result of the second roll, but yeah.
Oh, wait, no. I don't think activating my storyteller thing will actually help me. Alright. Anyone get any buffs that I can use?
I was going to say, can I throw a bardic inspiration onto that?
Not as a reaction. You would have to do it beforehand.
Can I silvery barb?
Silvery barb's force is the lowest roll, so that wouldn't help.
Damn.
Alright, get the reroll.
Okay. Oh, okay. The secondary dice on this one were a lot better. Okay. So that is 28.
28. You just make the save.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank fuck for the advantage.
As you flip to the page, Alistair's lies. Instantly, this glyph of light blazes into your skull, and all you see in your vision is classified information shut down immediately. Please do turn back. And as you blink through this, you regain control of yourself as you see you're about to turn the page back, and you open it up again. You're on Alistair's lies. As you look at the page, you notice that it's somewhat benign. However, there are a few major things that are not necessarily benign. There's a whole section titled Interactions with Viari.
Fuck.
Oh, God.
Every time that he told you he doesn't know where your parents are, and he doesn't know what your parents are doing, lies. Every time he said that he can't tell you, isn't there. You see there are several sections regarding his past, what he's done. He tries to be mostly truthful. You see there are white lies here and there. Things like, no, he very much did lay waste to people in combat. He wasn't...
Lay waste?
Yeah. It wasn't, oh, I'll just take care of them. It's like a, we're going to war. You see as well in this section, you don't see any mention of the interaction regarding him not knowing lies. It's not there.
Can I ask if something's there.
Yes.
Brooke, I am either sorry or you're welcome.
This is gonna be the thing about loving Viari, isn't it?
100%. It's 100% what that is. Yeah, that was 100%.
I was thinking
my
it.
question.
Mm-hmm. You flip to that section.
Mm-hmm.
Would
Viari look? I guess.
If it's in the part 2 Viari, then Viari's looking at everything.
You have to go to a section titled Emotions. A separate section entirely.
Okay, fine, I'll look.
There is a footnote at the very... There's not a footnote, a header, that states, important to note, Alistair as an entity, emotions, while not foreign to him, are not processed in the same way. Alistair is an entity of actions, not of thoughts or emotions. The best way to judge Alistair is on how he acts. Reading into his thoughts will inevitably lead you to being absolutely mad, completely driven insane by all the redundancy and hypocrisy of his thoughts. His actions are the only pure way to judge him. And you see that if you say loves Viari, going down in paragraphs, you just see everything he's done to help her, to talk to her, to guide her. The first pinky promise they made is there. A little scene showing the moment. A very, very young Viari, about cornered, surrounded by guards, about to be captured and possibly brought to some orphanage. You see her reach out with her tiny little fingers, wrap a pinky around nothing, stamp it with the thumb, and she turns invisible. You see there are moments of where she was about to be annihilated when she went on a job by herself without backup, demons about to tear her to shreds, Alistair teleporting her away. Moments where she's about to be attacked by godly entities that are finding her to be bothersome. You see Alistair taking them to court, having them incarcerated and banished from the Pantheon. There are moments like this that goes on for pages. And you see, in the most recent ones, the veto of Viari's death.
Probably been kind of harsh on him. Should probably apologize for some things.
At the very bottom of this page, though, of the section titled Emotions, I'm assuming you're just flipping through them. There's lots of inane things as well. Of like times he was like, there's like experiencing the emotion of joy, and it's just him pulling a prank on somebody and him finding it funny, but it's very mundane. Like, like I moved your pen 2 centimeters to the left.
Oh my God, he's Captain Holt.
Yeah.
How have I not realized that?
Yeah.
You flip through this, and at the very end of this section, Alistair's Lies, there's a section that is that you see a note. Another note. If you've gotten here, it means you're powerful enough to understand how I am writing to you now. This is not the first plan. This is not the first set of gods. I was not the first. I am not the first god of lies. I am not the only god of lies. You were not the first. You are not the only. I don't know who you're standing with now, or if you are standing with anyone, but know you are not the first to have made it this far. This is as far as I get. If you get past here, you will be the first to have made it. Find the variable that makes you different. Find the power in that variable. Use it to win. If chaos wins, we lose forever. If order wins, the game begins again. This will be all I will send for you now. Sincerely, the God of Lies.
And nowhere in there does it say that Alistair remembers the past. It has to be in his desk then. Are there any other messages in the Book of Lies where the previous God of Lies has used lies to leave messages?
Make a investigation check, please.
Okay. Investigation, I think, is like plus 11. Yeah, so that's 3 or 4?
What, plus 7?
11.
11.
11 plus 4.
Okay. Okay. That is 31.
Okay. As you look through this book, more stuff begins to be revealed. This is the first time you've opened your book since learning how to rely on contracts. So that's why this is happening in the first place. You begin to read through it. You learn a few things. Journal entry to the ones who will come after.
Are they written by different people?
I don't know. Handwriting is inconsistent. Journal entry to the ones who will come after. Luck has brought up a plan to me today. I think it might work. She's making a new divine contract from pages of others. I'm going to see what I can do. Sincerely, the God of Lies. Next one. Journal entry to the ones who will come after. My friends and I made it to the Feywild. It's completely alien to all of us. We were lost for days. We eventually made it out, but I fear that we are missing something important. We must go back. Sincerely, the God of Lies. Journal entry number 1. May these entries only be found by those capable of lying on those most sacred. This book is protected to those only capable of knowing the truth through the lies that they tell. I am the first. I know I will not be the last. At least I'm the first to do this.
Is it Alistair's previous kid?
Holy shit.
I wish you luck for those who come after, for today we are lost. Order wins. The game reset. Even as I'm writing, I'm losing my consciousness. What will come now? Hopefully, another opportunity. Sincerely, the God of Lies.
Holy shit.
we're just gonna keep going for a little bit. I hope you guys know we got some
That's
we got
fine.
we got stuff to go
Yeah,
through.
I'm
Wait,
good.
how long? Because I really, really have to go to the bathroom.
Go pee.
Okay.
Go piss, girl.
Go piss, girl.
Are we gonna have time to also look at the final pages?
No, we're starting next week with that.
No, please, because I don't think I'll be here next week.
Pick one or the other. Pick one or the
Of
other.
what?
I don't want to keep you guys too long.
I will stay for as long as I need.
I need to go to bed.
I know. Why would you stay up so late?
I'm going to throw myself into a river and swim to the bottom and put a rock on my chest.
Fuck.
I'll go through ones that you can tell immediately about so that we don't waste time, so we can try and do as much as we can. Mhm. First battle with the gods of chaos today. It went well. We kicked their ass. They didn't seem to put up much of a fight. But we did win. I hope I didn't make any mistakes. Sincerely, the God of Lies.
Are they all signed the God of Lies? Are any of them
Since
have a
they're
name?
all titled Sincerely, the God of Lies. The next one you actually read. The God of Lies. The God of Lies. The God of Lies. I'm trying to write my name. The God of Lies. The God of Lies. The God of Lies. Can anyone see my name? The God of Lies. The God of Lies. Please remember my name. The God of Lies.
Shit.
The God of Lies. The God of Lies.
Holy shit. Holy fuck. Whoo. That's terrifying. Oh my god. That's some fucking SCP creepypasta shit. I love that.
I just want to point out, Lexi's on my side. Lexi, thank you, Lexi.
I mean, another 25 minutes won't hurt.
I'm here. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
Look, we'll go through everything if Amelia is okay, because I do want to make sure that Amelia doesn't have anywhere else to be.
Okay. Oh, perfect timing.
I love you so much.
Brooke and Pat really want to keep going for another little bit. How much later can you stay, Amelia, if I want to keep you for any amount of time?
Oh, I can stay longer. I just had, I'm sorry, the past, half hour, I've just really, really had to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
So I'm good now.
Okay.
You're the best. I love you so much.
Can you say that last one again? Because
Yeah, can you
Amelia
repeat-
needs to
Yeah.
hear that
Wait,
Yeah,
what do I
shit.
need to
last
hear?
one.
Okay,
What did
last
I
one.
miss? What did I miss?
Journal entry. The God of Lies, the God of Lies. Can anyone read this? The God of Lies, the God of Lies. I'm trying to write my name. Can you see my name? The God of Lies, the God of Lies, the God of Lies. Please, someone remember me. The God of Lies, the God of Lies. Sincerely, the God of Lies.
Wondering why they were being like
Uh-huh.
that.
Next journal entry. Alistair was right. There's no good, there's no bad. There's order and there's chaos. I don't believe in evil and good on either side anymore. I just hope I can finish my job. Sincerely, the God of Lies. I lost my friends today. I'm the only one left. We were all killed, all slain. But we won. My hands are bloody. I held them all as they breathed their last. Apparently, everything will be good now. But I know what this means. Everything resets. We'll do this again. I hope that the mortal gods prove stronger next time. Break the cycle, please. Next one. Beatrice came very close today to winning. It was terrible. It was terrifying. Alistair is in the domain of life recovering. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. The God of Lies. The Truth Commission are a bunch of assholes. The God of Lies.
Some things never change.
Yeah, that tracks.
Do any of them ever mention the God Hunters?
We're keeping going. Apparently, things are different this time. I've made it farther than the last. I don't know exactly what it is yet. I'm trying to figure it out. To the future God of Lies, read these notes carefully. Write down everything that you've done, so that the future God of Lies will be better prepared to not make the mistakes you did. If you are further than all of us, I hope you make it to the end. But plan for if you don't. Too many of us didn't plan ahead. Sincerely, the God of Lies. Follow-up entry. Something about Fae fuck with the Order. Fae are not a part of this. What does that mean? What does not being a part of this mean? We don't have information on how or what deals were made. We don't have any information on the Fae deals. We're lost. If I can't figure that out, we're screwed. I hope we can. We're going in again. Thankfully, one of us has Fae in this time. I say that as if it's not every time. Is it every time? Journal entry. I've read so far, and I'll say this much. It's not the same people. I see talks of Fae. I see talks of those who are not. I see talks of those who are from completely different places. I don't recognize any of this. Are we all alone? Are we all separated? Do we all currently exist right now? I don't think so. All I know, you're all different. We're all different. Somehow. What's different? A journal entry numbered. Journal entry. What's different this time? I'm lost. I'm confused. I'm concerned. Apparently, I'm the furthest again. What does this mean? How did I get further again? Again. Again. I'm saying again as if I've been here before. Is Alistair right? Is there only one of us? Or are there different versions of us? He didn't lie. Maybe he's just wrong. Next page. I think I've cracked it. I think I've got it. The secret to lying on contracts. The secret to all of this. Alistair covered everything he could. But what about what he couldn't? Does that mean something? Am I thinking too much? What didn't he cover in existence? Has anyone had a skeleton before? I have a skeleton. His name is G.
Oh!
He says he's been here before. I can't tell if he's lying. He also is very crazy. Is he telling the truth? Is he lying to me? Or is he just stupid? I can't tell. He's good company, though. Next page. No skeletons. One Fae. Why can't I write my own details? Whenever I write, they're gone. The ink bleeds away. I'm going to write what my hair color is. Did you see it? Next journal entry. I hope that if you're reading this, you're okay. I know I wasn't. But I hope you didn't do it alone. I was.
Oh, fuck.
We lost. We actually lost. Wait, no. No, we didn't. What's he doing? New journal entry. Demigods. We're dealing with demigods. Has anyone dealt with them before? They seem scary. We've been given weird... They have a weird goal. They're trying to do something to us. Something. Something. God fucking damn it. It's just like my name. If they achieve the something, apparently we lose? Question mark? I don't know. Everyone's dead. I'm dead. F is dead. A is dead. G is dead. Even Z is dead. I, V, am dead.
This is just like the locked tomb.
Oh my god.
I hope you don't find the writing this in blood disturbing. Oh, it's not blood. You won't see it as that anyway. We lost. Or rather, we lost. Alistair wins. He was sad. What's he doing? He doesn't tell me anything. Why won't he tell me? It's like everything he wants to tell me is locked away, is hidden. He knows everything but says nothing. Is he an asshole? Does he just hate me? Does he hate being alive? Maybe he just knows so much about everything that he hates everything that's ever existed. Whenever I write names that are not my own, they just become the first letter of the name. It makes it complicated. I know a couple people with the same first letter. I've once again reached the furthest. We've beat the first Chaos Pantheon. We won our first mission. Everyone seems happy. We apparently won. It's over. Luck today told me that we need more variables. Are we the variables? Do we need to do this again? Do we need more of us? different versions of us, stronger versions of us. I hope that this doesn't go on forever. I guess it has already. Does anyone else feel like it's fine to keep doing this? I don't know if I have the strength to keep going or to make anything else. Maybe I'm just not strong enough yet. But I can read what you've all written. A and I got in a fight today. They're really mad. I hope they'll forgive me. And lots of other journal entries with nothing much more to reveal.
I'm going to flip to the final page of journal entries where it's blank.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna take out a pen. And I'm gonna try to write my name.
The God of Lies appears.
Have you been reading these aloud, by the way?
Or can we look over your shoulder?
Yeah, you can look over my shoulder.
We're not in the ex Alistair portion.
I like to think that A's reads the fastest.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm like
Like-
speed reading and then just waiting
Yeah.
for you guys to pick up.
Yeah. I think Viari reads pretty fast as well. I don't know. How fast does Veda read?
Like decently fast.
I
not
feel
as
like
fast as
normal
A's.
human pace.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Or normal.
Like
too.
average.
Viari has read too much gossip. Like has been.
There
in
are a
the
couple times
fandom.
where Feda's like, wait.
We're just like looking like.
Feda is going to, just out of curiosity, say out loud, "My name is Viari. I am the child of Alistair. I am the God of Lies.
I'm gonna flip to Feda's lies.
My friends are Feda. My friends are not Feda, A's, and Godfried.
It's written in Feda's Lies.
But we don't have past Feda's lies. We only have this
Right.
versions of Feda's lies.
Right. Shit.
Can I try to? Is there like a way to like burn it in as a lie?
Can you just lie and say the opposite of? Can you write that down?
Wait. Okay. Wait. Hold on.
Like
if
I
we've
am
been-
not Viari, etc.
If we've been doing this over and over again, and we found out that you have the ability to communicate with future versions of yourself,
Can
do
you
you think
communicate the past?
maybe do you think the rest of us have tried something and maybe we have to find it? Maybe yours is. Do you think there's other things hidden from the rest of us from our past lives that we don't
Wait.
know existed, and this is the thing that triggers us finding those?
Wait, they said the previous gods of lies said that it's different every time, and yes, there were people with the first letters of our names, but they also said that they were different. What if we have to look under each different section? Viari, start with A's, because that should be the easiest, right?
It's the first one. You don't even have to
Yeah.
turn.
Well, I'm turning over to the.
Yeah,
you know,
fair.
whoever
So it's
knows.
A,
On the current, on the current stuff.
but nothing on
Nothing
the
on the
past.
past. And at least in
You have
Viari's
control
book.
of time and space, right? We
There's
don't
gotta-
have space for you.
I
We need to get you space.
need to get space, because if I get time and space now, there's a chance this is the first time I've ever gotten time and space, but if there's a chance this isn't the first time I've gotten time and space, then that means there might be a place that exists outside of all of this where we have answers and something that can help us.
I want to try something else, and I'm going to write in the book. I am the god of lies, dreams, stories, and one day truth.
It's written.
Okay.
Can I write in your book, Viari?
Can I write in your book?
Try.
Sure.
As you try to write in the book, your mind immediately is filled with information that you cannot even parse. You can't, as you're holding the book, your brain can't even figure out how to hold the pen.
Wait.
I shove it back on Viari.
I'm gonna flip to the part on Feda.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go to wherever is blank. I don't know if this will work if I don't have truth. But I'm going to write in it that Feda lost his aspect to Eleanor to try to make that a lie.
As you do this,
Can I write Feda's death into as a lie?
As you do this, a few things happen. As you write in this section, a dream pops up in your vision. You guys are in dreams currently. Of Eleanor killing Feda. And then that version splits into a version a different way Eleanor kills Feda. And a different version that Eleanor kills Feda. A different version that Eleanor kills Feda. Because as you write that in the book, you notice that this is currently affecting dreams around you.
Oh, it's weird to
I'm
see
gonna head
that.
back to lies.
Pages.
Okay.
Pages. Last pages of books. Is that a thing
Pages.
you guys wanted to do?
Yes, we
Yes.
want to look at pages.
Can we summon our books from anywhere? Or do we have to be in our realms?
You have to be in your realms to use them properly.
Okay.
I'm going to first look at the last page of lies.
You gonna tear it out?
Yes, and I'm going to write down a description in the book of what it shows.
Okay.
In the book of lies of what it shows.
Okay, so you pull it out. Now you yourself should write this down too.
Oh,
Viari when she's given lore versus Viari when she has to remember the lore and write it down.
Okay.
As you tear it out, you see in the dead center of it is a book. You see the book is overflowed with pages to the point where they're flying out. You recognize it as the Book of Lies. You are not holding a pen as you write into it. You're holding the severed hand of Alistair as you write into it. Alistair is not present in this picture. As you write, you notice from behind yourself hands, several hands that are hard to recognize. You recognize one, that's Alex, reaching out to you in a reaching gesture. You see another clawed and gnarled hand. Look kind of feminine. Attempt reaching out with long, pointed red nails. Reaching aggressively towards you. Yeah. And you see another hand. A hand that you don't recognize at all. It's kind of nondescript. It's the hand of it looks to be a masculine-ish hand. Hair on the knuckles. Wearing several rings on all of their fingers. Reaching out to you from below. From behind you, as you're writing, to the left side of the picture, is what looks to be some type of creature with a rotating set of inner jaws about to bite down on you. And from up above you, you see a figure that you recognize as they are more like a background, like a golden highlight that is emblazoned onto the page. You see what you remember to be the visage of agreement.
I have a question.
Yes.
Looking at this page, does it look to be in any way adjacent to A's page in the giant tapestry?
Maybe on the corner, but nothing directly measured.
Okay, so but the figures who are in this, then they're not like, yeah, they're clearly not in the arms and things that are going on to A's page.
Maybe there might be a case to be made that you see one hand that's reaching out to Viari. It looks like it could match the hand that's pointing the rapier at you. So if we look at the orientation, that'd be like on a corner, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a hand that matches the one in A's.
One sec. Let me draw this. I'm not explaining it well. So like,
Has Feda been in any of them?
nope.
Not yet.
Like,
Well, you would be in your page.
it
We
might
would
look like
assume.
this. Like, do you guys see this?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
might be like that, and then like the page here is where the person
The
is.
body
So
of the person
hands-
is. Yeah.
Hand from here matches A's hand here.
And which of those hands matches the one in A's?
The one that is like the feminine hand that's reaching out to you,
Wow.
like that, matches the one that's pointing the sun rapier at A's.
Like in offering. Is it like Alex's hand? Is it the one that I recognize as Alex's hand?
Yes, that one.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Okay. Theta?
We have to go.
Do we want to? I want to look at Alistair's before we leave.
Oh,
The
I want to look
dreaming.
at Theta's.
Well, before we leave the dreaming,
Oh,
because we
understood.
can't
Yeah.
see.
Right.
So you look
Okay.
at Alistair's.
Yeah.
As you flip over Alistair's, make everybody a Constitution saving throw.
Is it magical?
No.
Who has the
Because I'm
lowest
in
con?
my domain. Do I get like?
You think your power supersedes Alistair's at this point? No.
Who has the lowest con?
Oh, you know
Before-
what? I rolled a 20, so
Before anything, who has the lowest con?
not me.
I have
What do
a
you mean?
10.
My con's
Plus
good.
10, I mean.
Same.
You have a plus 10
Yeah.
to your to con save. I also have
So
a
that's
plus 10.
3d6.
Then is 3d6, yes.
Okay.
I'll roll.
Are you going? Do you have something to give someone a bonus?
I do. Well,
Are you going to keep it or give it to someone?
let me double check
35.
to see.
That was the luckiest roll of my life.
Hang on. Don't tell me anything yet. I need to check something
Yeah.
real quick. I think I have to decide beforehand, although it doesn't say.
Oh, wait, sorry. I have a
Um,
plus 11 to con. It's maybe.
I'm gonna say Viari succeeds, and I'm gonna take a point of it.
No. I've already.
They've
I
already
don't-
rolled. You don't need to
You've
do
What-
it.
already
yeah.
rolled. Okay.
I got a
I'm-
35. I rolled a natural 20, a 4, a 5, and a 6. Like, I'm good.
I'm gonna say I succeed, and I'll take a point of exhaustion.
A's, what'd you get?
22.
A's, you are blasted, evaporated, and transported to Alistair's office.
God damn it.
Great.
Looking at things we shouldn't. Okay,
Perhaps.
where are they? A's.
There are incredibly fragile things happening right now.
The result of the murder of truth in my Pantheon I was told to be more strict, to be harsher, to be more punitive, and to tighten my grip. This is not a request, Ace. Where are they?
If you have to tighten your grip, you can tighten your grip. If you have to force something out of me, you can do so. If you have to punish me for not speaking and telling you what you want to hear, you can do so.
I guess we shall. I'm launching a formal investigation into the domain of time to investigate why there's a space bubble that I cannot infiltrate and see into. We will have that bubble down within the week. Make your preparations.
I have ideas.
As you look, however, back with Viari and Feda, you look at the page and you see the following. You see Alistair holding his hands out. You see what can only be seen as the divine contract shattered into pieces by his own hand. He's gripping both halves of it. And you see that the halves that he's holding, he is marked like scissors around the neck of Beatrice, who is reaching upwards, her hand off screen. You look down at her other hand, at her side, long clawed red nails. Alistair has a look of fury. Beatrice missing her legs, blood pooling at her feet. Several golden emblems and spears of light piercing her every part of her. Alistair standing over her. There's no one else in this, just Alistair and Beatrice. And the broken contract.
And we see that Ace is gone.
Yeah.
Wait, question though. If this is Beatrice reaching up, this would be
That's
right
the
beneath
hand in the-
Viari's? And wasn't mine catacorder from Viari's? So shouldn't there be a body of the person whose rapier's at my neck?
Ooh, something's missing.
Oh, whoever that is not. Oh, it's in flux. Okay, because this isn't fixed to the page.
Right.
None of these are fixed except for mine.
Viari,
Fuck.
And with that, I'm going to end this
Wait.
session.
I have one thing.
Hurry
I
the
have one
fuck
thing.
up.
I have one thing.
We are 40 minutes over time.
Oh my god, off feet, please.
Viari,
Yeah.
I'm going to say something, and you're not going to like it, but I think it needs to happen. We need to give Ziz his godhood back. That's all. That's all I got.
With that, we're going to end it. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Paperwork Pantheon. What an episode. We have been going on Lore Drop Central.
Fuck.
All these little things that I've been laying out since the beginning. I finally get to talk about a bunch of them. Not all of them, but a couple.
Oh man, I just want to keep going, but I know we can't. Sleep is important, I guess.
Oh no.
I'm very sleepy. But thank you all so much for watching. I am Offbeat Outlaw. I am the Dungeon Master for this. I use he, they pronouns. If you enjoyed this series, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider signing up for the Patreon. It's $3 a month. That's effectively 4 weeks, 3 hours of content. That's like 10 cents per hour. That's not it at all. It's not even close. But I think it's a good deal. I love making this, but I do need your guys' support in order to keep making this content. So please, 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 please consider signing up for the Patreon. If you like doing this, you get all of my videos 24 hours early, and you get access to all of the reformed rules that we use in order to play stacks in this. Brooke! Is that all, or do you want to say anything else?
That's all.
Patrick!
Hi, I'm Patrick. I play Feda. I'm so full of adrenaline that I just broke my glass nail file. Fuck. I didn't mean to. I was literally just holding it so hard that it broke.
And A's.
Hi, I'm Amelia Som. You can still find me most places at Amelia Som or by going to links.ameliasom.com as I desperately try to keep up with every single Twitter clone to figure out which one will win out. I also stream on Twitch now. I've almost finished my first Assassin's Creed 1 playthrough. So, we 100%. I beat every single part of that game except for one single fucking Templar that I don't know where he is that I have to kill.
We will find him. I'm also on Twitch, by the way. Please support that. Yeah.
One last thing. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to find Brooke or Amelia there, but you can find Offbeat and I wandering Gen Con at some point. Not next week, but the week after. So
Yeah. No,
Brian,
Amelia
catch
and
us
I will
there,
be skiing in
baby.
New Zealand.
They're going to be skiing in New
Well,
Zealand.
actually, we won't. Not
No.
when you guys are in.
I will be packing.
Oh no. Okay. Question: Are we playing the week after next?
Probably not, no.
No.
No, because we'll be at Gen
I'm gonna
Con.
miss 2 weeks.
I'm very sorry. Either way,
Well, while we're at Gen Con, we'll talk.
we'll figure it out. Either way, have a great night.